right. Shining Fates Return. What's up, Aaron? Gosh, man, every time I try to go live, there's another person who needs to talk to me, man. I get so many messages, it's crazy. Does this go again? Oh, really? Wow, what an interesting song. It just plays those notes one time, huh? Man, that's a beautiful song. This is called So Below. Really like it. All right, so let me just grab this link. Let me make sure the menu is correct. So we have the Mario Hanafuda and the Shining Fates. Yep, they're both on the menu. Cue. Happy Wednesday, guys. All right, who's here? Do you like beans? No, I'm not a beans guy. My wife loves beans. Sounds like satanic stuff. Are you going to sacrifice a Perez? Doesn't sound that doesn't sound satanic at all. It sounds well, how would you describe it? Let me listen to it. I'll describe it. Well, it gives me like a desert feeling, like the volcano or the desert music from Mario. It has a mysterious feeling to it. And maybe like a nighttime feeling. There's a slight anxiety to it. Not satanic. Satanic would be like The Exorcist or something, right? It has an expansive feeling to it. Maybe that's what a lot of ambient music sounds like, expansive. Derek says it doesn't matter, sacrifice a Perez anyways. Here we are, guys. I have my tea and lemon. So nice warm water. Have a sip with me. Very good. My voice is feeling a little bit better, by the way. I don't think I'm coughing as much. Mister's going to stick his tongue out and you can suck on it. Oh, my dear Lord. Yes, if you're my wife. Here we are. Mister has the black lung. I've got the black lung. So these are the Hanafuda cards. The people in the daytime stream got to see these first. This song makes me feel like I'm on a gas at the dentist. You know, I had these really, really distinct experiences in life. Very dramatic experiences. When I ran away from home when I was 17. And there was especially this feeling of kind of going out into a much larger world, a world that I had no experience with, I had no confidence with, and there was like the unknown, you know, kind of like darkness is. The reason people don't like the darkness is because it is the unknown, right? So people like to turn on a nightlight at night. My wife's like that. She likes a nightlight. And I remember just kind of sort of nervously going out there, you know, and just being like, and remember, I was homeschooled, so I was rather sheltered. So I was just kind of out there all of a sudden. And the sound of this song actually kind of feels like it. You know, there's a bit of a sort of a undertone that you're on an adventure, but also that maybe it's a bit of a dangerous adventure. You know what I mean? And so that is a great way to describe it, I would say. What did you do when you left home? Worked my fanny off. I worked like crazy. Here we are. Adjusted to a very different life. Yeah, it has a mysterious feeling. It has a feeling of the unknown. Almost alien. HANAFUDA Mario. I'm loving these. How much for a sealed one before you open them all? Oh, a sealed one, huh? I don't think I'm going to sell them that way. I'm not going to sell them sealed. Apologize. It sets you on an edge, jangles your nerves. Come on, mister, says Dawn Silent. We are. It's like the poker cards and the old maid cards. I don't sell them a whole lot of time, right? The cards look so small. Yes, actually, if you look this up, PSA does grade these, and they seem to sell for quite a lot of money if they grade 10. Okay, set that to the side. I think we'll keep 2 sealed on hand. What is this? Cards for ants? These are called HANAFUDA. They are a gradable card. Let me show you. HANAFUDA Mario. So here it is. You can see it's Mario HANAFUDA. There's a Yoshi egg. They want quite a bit of money for it, like 100, 135. Well, that was Pokemon. What about Mario? Let's check sold real fast. I don't think a lot of people know about this type of card. Like, look, on April 8th, HANAFUDA Yoshi, $100. Pretty cool, right? So John and I will take a crack at grading them if you'd like, but we don't have that special HANAFUDA size slab. So it's highly likely for us that the card will likely just fall out of the slab for us. Not out of the slab, I'm sorry, it will move around in the slab. Yes. I thought about getting a very thick, sort of like card sleeve. And so if we put it in that, maybe it wouldn't move as much, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we'll put this over here now. HANAFUDA, away you go. This is authentic Nintendo product. Recognize this seal? You might recognize this seal because it's the same seal they put on the poker cards. So the poker cards have a seal just like this one. How's Ultra Prism coming along? Very slowly so far, only one person in. I would say that we forgot to actually put the price on the menu for the Ultra Prism for like the first 2 days, so people didn't even know it was available. And unless I spoke about it and they heard me speaking about it. Oops, that's a star. There's a Goomba. They're thick little cards. They feel like dominoes. They feel like a skinny domino. That's what they feel like. They don't feel flimsy at all. So like a cardboard card would feel rather flimsy. But these feel very thick. Those are DOP. Is it part of a game? Yeah, some kind of game they play. So this is a gradable little thing, isn't it? Cool. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't know about this music. Oops. Got the whole deck here. What's the chase in those? Yeah, I've seen a really good Mario one. Does this show them all? There's Yoshi. Here's a Boo. Oops. Ah, that Mario one's really cool. See that one? This is too loud. Try this song out. That's the black deck. Yeah, there appear to be different types of decks. I think we have a black deck in there somewhere. So I'm just tossing them in this box gently. And so when you order them, I'm not going to pick out whichever one you want. I'm just going to grab from the box at random. Just like the old maid cards. I don't really care which one you get. You're just going to get the one you get. So, but these have been really popular in the daytime stream. People started gobbling them up right away. And you can take home just one if you'd like. If you're just wanting to experiment with something new, take one home, or you can have me grade it right away. Will they cut? I believe they will. How much for each Mario card? Well, you might pull the Mario card at random. The way we're doing it is just like the poker cards and just like the old maid cards. It's just random. So I have these for sale, and you can have one randomly pulled for you. There we are. This is how Nintendo got its start before video games. Cool, man. So then it has some interesting history. Yeah, so I'll just gently take one out of this box and sleeve it up for you when you want to buy one. Okay. Sweet. Nintendo was a playing card company before electronics. Okay, we have this signature card on the table too. So PSA, this was a Card Economist 10, and PSA cross-graded it into a PSA 10. How about that? Let's go ahead and see if I can find a price for this card, because it's going to be up on the table for sale. There is one for sale for $1,200. So it's $1,200 for this one. All right, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to match that. I thought they did other cards before this one. Well, this specific deck is not the very first deck Mario or Nintendo ever made. Selling Away Adventure Time, but you love that show. Well, my wife has one of these as well, so I'm okay. And I think I have another CGC 9.5 somewhere, and maybe that would cross-grade into a 10. I don't know. Here we are. Excuse me. Yukino, the UFC packs are on sale, and there is one pack left if you'd like to open it. It could be a numbered card. It could be just a lot of fun. But it is the last card left. Last pack left, I should say. And then there's no restock on them. Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said. What? Stay logged in on this trusted advice. Okay. That's fine. Here we are. So we have Calvin Fellman. Let me get 2 spots in the cheap slab break. So this is the new cheap slab break. 1889. The fuck? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Calvin Fellman. There we go. If I pay for the price of 2 Hanafuda for the one I want. No, absolutely not. It's just random, guys. All right. Brandon Galligan, 100 tore my slab away. Mr. Brandon. You got it, Brandon. Maybe if the card you wanted was like a junky one, I would say go for it. But you're probably you're gonna list like one of the best ones, is what you're gonna do. And so if I remove that from the box, that affects everyone else. It's not gonna be fair for them. They're gonna say, hey, wait a second. He's sniping the good ones out of the box. And so it would just become like a little piranha fest of taking all the good Mario cards out as fast as possible. I'm not looking to do that. It's just at random. Alex PSX, and they're real simple. 2 Shining Fate snipes. So that is the other thing going on today. I have a case of Shining Fates. I opened the first ETB during the daytime stream. Funny thing is, people hate on the new established grading companies. I don't doubt that Mistress grading is better than PSA. Less demand and more time per card. Well, in the end, if it's a guy looking at a card, I would say I'm probably pretty qualified. You know what I mean? And I'm not perfect, but neither is PSA. And I will show you something that will make your head spin. Some of you guys already saw this, but I want to show it again. This is a card I was looking at because I wanted to buy it. This is Black Label Gengar Poker. I was looking at this to buy it, but take a look at this. Look at the centering on this card. They call that a perfect 10 card. You can visibly see it's off center. You don't even need a ruler. You can see it with your own eyes. That's a 10. That's a 10 to them. So you can see that grading is not a perfect science, and yeah, kind of sad. You know, imagine buying that. It's kind of like a buy the label kind of thing. The left is fatter, yeah. Isn't that silly? Now, the funny part is that's Beckett, esteemed Beckett. People buy those, you know, they buy those black labels because it's the esteemed Beckett company. Card economist grading wouldn't have caught that, or wouldn't have let that go, is what I'm trying to say. I'd have seen that in a heartbeat and said, that's a 9. It's so off-center, it's a 9. PSA would have graded it 9. Actually, I think Beckett would have graded it 9. Too off-center. But something happened. Maybe there was a mistake where the person who was creating the label mistakenly printed a black label when he was supposed to print a 9. But that looks very bad for their company because this is their black label. This is kind of like their prestige, you know what I mean? And they just let that card in. And that's unacceptable. I don't think the boss of BGS would want that to go through, and it did. So, you know, nobody's perfect. Beckett's not perfect. PSA's not perfect. It's good to remember that about cards. And even if this card was cheap, I probably wouldn't buy it. Because to me, it's actually a 9. It might be a 10 with Beckett, and I might fool someone into buying it, but to me, it's a 9. All right, Mr. Alex. I should probably make a video on that one. So always grade with Beckett then. Well, consider this, Mr. What the Pack. If they make a mistake where they give a 9 of the black label 10, how many times do they take a card that should have been a 10 and they give it the 9.5? You know, because they were going faster, they were lazy. Probably happens a lot. You know, it's easy. It's hard to hand out a perfect 10. You know, it's easy to hand out a 9.5. 9.5 is one of the laziest grades to hand out because you're not forced to to see if it's truly a 10 or not. You're like, all right, let's get this perfectly measured out. You don't have to do that. You can just say, it's about a 9. Oh, it's about 9.5. You know what I mean? So it's a very lazy grade. 9.5s are lazy. It's almost like they're saying, send it to someone else to decide if it's a 10. Buy and regrade. No, you're silly, man. There we go. That's why I hate to say it, but that's where AI would get it right. Yeah, well, it could be AI assisted. It could be software assisted, whatever you want to say, right? I would be interested to know the inner workings of every company. I would be interested to know, is it just a guy sitting at a table looking at Beckett cards? Is it just a guy sitting at the table looking at PSA cards, or do they use advanced software? Because remember, the issue might not have been the grader's fault. The issue might have just been the guy who printed the label, printed the wrong label. And by the way, even if a computer was grading your card, let's say the computer gave that Gengar a 9. Well, you know, when it goes through the final stages of inspection, and I guarantee you a human does the final stage of inspection at that whatever AI company, he might print the wrong label because it's just, you know, it's a brain mistake. Humans make brain mistakes. So that's how it be. Alex, you got more Pecco, Alex. That's how it do. It's hot in here, man. It's hot in here. All right, there we go. What do you think about digital grading coming now? I don't really care about all that stuff. I'll grade with CGC, BGS, PSA, and SGC. I don't really care about all the advertising tricks that the small companies have. Our grading is better. There we go. I don't care. I'm still going to grade with those big 4. Do not care. Yeah, I heard about that, Sem. That's fraudulent. Either it's fraudulent. Let's play a mind game for the sake of humoring us. Maybe it was accurate. Maybe what the Beckett employee did was he just knows what gets a black label, so he only sent cards that could get a black label. You know what I mean? So in theory, that's possible, by the way. Yeah, but obviously employees aren't supposed to be grading their own cards. That's a big, conflict of interest. That is no longer third-party grading. Alex says $30 for my SLAB-AWAY. You got it, Alex. Mr. Alex. Okay, Mr. Alex. You have 255 left. Been loving the quiet streams. I watch your night streams when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, well, I'm not coughing as much. I got my lemon honey tea here. All right. Let's see who's next. We have Mr. Abraham Rios. 2 Scarlet Violet. 2 Scarlet Violet. 3 Mario Hanafuda. I like the Mario Hanafuda. It's just another way that our stream offers a unique card set. I'm going to put the Hanafuda up here. I got to relocate these now. I'll put them here for now. Okay, so 3 of these. I'm just going to grab a chunk of them. That's going to be your 3. 11 likes from 112 viewers. Hit that like button for me, guys. There we go. Oh, that says Super Mario. Guess I shouldn't have that upside down. How about this one? Oh, okay. So you get this Baby Bowser card as well. How's the Lugia break going? There's either 8 people in there or there's 9 people in there. And we need a total of 20. So it's moving. Moving a little slowly. I think it'll step up a little bit by the weekend. Now, is this just the same card? Oh, I see. It's a similar card to the first 2. It's like they match. You got new mods or did they change names? Some of them might have changed names. There we go. Ned Rapp just became a member. Aw, thanks, man. Appreciate it. There we go. So we got some Bowser Juniors, some Baby Bowser, and then 4 more. So these are all the babies. These are all the Bowser bosses. There we go. So Hanafuda cards can have little edges. Do they all have little edges? They all seem to have little edges. Very interesting. You know, I've never graded these. I wonder what makes one a 10 versus another one. Like I can tell there's centering. Obviously, if it's a real worn out Hanafuda card, it's gonna have like scratches and stuff like that. But I notice each card has a little bit of a chippy corner. So I wonder how that works. Abraham Rios. Remember when I lost my mod? HANAFUDA cards are neat looking. They are pretty neat looking. I'm tempted to do a break on like a deck for Pokemon. You know how expensive that would be though? That'd be crazy expensive. For some reason, they're just wildly expensive. Does Mr. grade metal cards? I will, but you have to understand that your metal card could be damaged during the grading. Because I don't have any kind of special slab or anything. So you might be better off sending those to PSA or CGC. But I'll do it if you ask me to. I'm Abraham Rios. I need a new bag. Thanks, man. All right, cool. So we got a new pricey card up here on the table. You might have seen it in the thumbnail. Here it is. Adventure Time Marceline. There we go. Need to add a new card set to the menu as well. I could do My Little Pony again. We ran out of My Little Pony. Can you believe that? Abraham G. Rios. Thank you, Abraham. All right. Very nice. Antonio Suevas. 20 for SLAB-AWAY. Okay, Mr. Antonio. This would be 86. $5 for the cheapo slab. Okay, the mini slab break. What do you think about collecting only Gen 1 legendary birds? You could do that. Yeah. Do you think these are the wrong Pokemon for that? They're pretty popular. They're not the most popular Pokemon. Sometimes the most popular Pokemon is already overpriced. They got some new garbage pail kids. We could try something like that for a change. Possible. Octavio Melendres. 2 Shining Fates. You got it, man. Keeping this up here. Here we are. Get a different set of pony this time. I think we pulled everything from Canterlot. Yeah, that was a case of Canterlot. Isn't that funny? So the entire case of Canterlot sold off. But you know what? After it was all done selling, I made almost no money. It's because it's such a low-cost item. There's no... Even if you get a good profit margin, it's like... I was explaining this today to people. I said, let's say you bought an item for 10 cents, and you sell it for double that. Now you're making 20 cents. And so you sell... You sell 100 cars at 20 cents. Oh, good, you made 20 bucks. You know what I mean? And technically you made $10 from that. That was the margin. So you've made a whole $10 selling all those items. So funny, it's such, you don't want to spend all your time selling such a cheap product, but I don't know. I think that they were fun. That's the thing. They were real funny because people would open them, and My Little Pony is a fun thing to gift and rant, I suppose. All right. What's going on in the world, guys? Any news? Happy Wednesday, by the way. Let's get this on the table. At 180 viewers, we'll open this Dragon's Exalted pack for your viewing pleasure. Okay, so if you just want to buy one of these outright, he's only $29. That's cool. Melodic for 90. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's go check the Zelles. I'm going to delete a bunch of these emails. Thanks for tipping your driver. Your monthly crypto statement. And delete. So we have Brad Bettle. 10 Seven Deadly Sins. Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. People don't open this one very often. Some lady got sent to prison for 3 years because she went on a racist rant. Where was this? Was this in the UK? Because I don't think we do that in the United States. Give me a second. 3 years. Yup, here in America. Mary should lifetime. Is it racism free speech? It is, yeah. You have the right to be a racist mother effer in America, apparently, but this lady's going to jail for 3 years. So there it is. That is UFC 2022, $65. This is my last one. So I'm going to go remove it from the menu now. I have a suggestion. So if you're gonna punch someone for being racist, and obviously it's possible for someone to be super racist, right? Like just clear, flat out super racist. If you're gonna punish somebody for it, instead of making taxpayers pay like $60,000 a year to host them in jail, and not to mention, not only do you have to pay that, but she has to quit her job to sit in that jail cell, so we don't collect any taxes on her either. Instead of doing that, why don't you just fine her? Just give her a really big ticket. So instead of spending $60,000 a year for a nonviolent crime, your government collects money on her, and she continues to work and pay taxes anyways. See, that's why I should be governor, because I would have thought of it that way. I'd have been like, how do we make some money? You're wasting money, man. We don't have money to waste. The United States does not have money to waste. But, you know, that's besides the topic of whether or not she should have been put in jail in the first place. Mistress tax-sensitive subject. Listen, this is good. This is good thinking. It doesn't matter what nonviolent crime you're talking about. Instead of paying for someone to be non-productive and sit in a jail cell, why don't you collect taxes on them? Why don't you collect a fine, a ticket off of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Duh. But is that a true story even? Where in the heck in America can you throw somebody in jail for being racist? I didn't know that was a thing. Let me look it up. Wait, was this in Missouri? Columbia? Like Columbia, Missouri? Oh, Bogota, Columbia. That's not U.S. Wait, that was this was in Colombia, a different country. We have a Columbia, Missouri. That's why I got confused. A 62-year-old woman was convicted of discrimination and harassment for making racist comments about Colombia's first black vice president during an anti-government protest last year. Luz Fabiola Rubiano pleaded guilty to the charges and will be sentenced by a judge on May 30th, punishable up to 3 years. Colombia's Congress. Oh, she said, apes are now governing us. The Twitter tweet is still available, but it was censored on other platforms. Good on Elon Musk, because it's like, I like that he's protecting freedom of speech, but at the same time, you can see that she's been racism. There's evidence of it. Inciting hate, damaging the reputation of the population, compromising their right to not be discriminated against. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. I would say, as long as it goes every way. Okay, so as long as you can't be racist toward any race, let's place anti-racism laws, but it has to apply evenly. So you can't be racist toward any race, and that would be interesting if we did something like that. But that's in Colombia. That's not in America. Looks like I'm the 200th viewer. Golden boy! All right, let's get this opened. The greatest Pokemon game for Nintendo 64 is now on Switch. Pokemon Stadium is on the Switch. Ooh, I need to go play that. I played Pokemon Switch when I was a kid. Who remembers that? Yep, I had my friends who had the Pokemon Red and Blue. Eventually it would be Gold and Silver, right? And they owned the Nintendo 64. By that point in life, my dad had taken my Nintendo 64 away from us. See, my grandma on my dad's side gifted us a Nintendo 64. Probably the greatest Christmas gift we'd ever been given. We were playing Mario 64. Very magical memories. I mean, it was mind-blowing technology for the time. And the music is unforgettable. It's still some of the best video game music to date. It was an absolutely fun game. We get about halfway through, and he takes it away. And he sells it, and he keeps the money. So what was maybe one of the best memories of my childhood then also became one of my worst memories. And so I did play quite a bit of Pokemon Stadium, but I had to play it in my friend's home. Everyone had it, but not me. And so I had to play it over there. I did get to play quite a bit of it, but yeah. I wish Mr. still went live, says Stevenet. Mario 64 is the best on the Nintendo 64. It's a classic. Yes. Yes, it is. All right, let's see what we got. Hot take, Pokemon Stadium 2 is better than Pokemon Stadium. Need Jen's luck on these packs. Here we are. Let's get Jen's luck going. Easy signature. I love Cruising USA. What's the best remastered version of Pokemon on the 3DS? Okay, toss that down. Ruby Sapphire have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Alpha? I ain't no beta, bitch. Why don't you just butt out? Talk about reserve currencies again. I haven't heard any recent news on it, but basically the United States likes to weaponize the US dollar to force other countries into an economic depression. So let's say you do something that the United States doesn't want you to do. Well, the United States says, freeze all of their money, freeze all of their US dollars that they used to trade in. It turns out all these countries trade in US dollars. And what that means is they have wealth. And how do they store it? Do they store it in gold coins? Do they store it in their own currency? Or do they store it in US dollars. If you've got a US dollar and I've got a Swiss franc, you can trade them back and forth. So you can either hold the franc or you can hold the dollar, and you just trade them back and forth. That's a currency exchange. So countries, what they like to do, they love to hold on to a ton of US dollars, and then when they trade, they can easily trade with all the other countries that accept US dollars. Well, all the countries accept US dollars because it's the world reserve currency. It's the currency everyone's using. So if you're France, you can trade with Egypt and China and Russia and Australia, but instead of trading in like 20 different currencies, which is very inconvenient, they just trade in one currency, the US dollar. So it's sort of like the world trade currency. This is great for the US because because what it means is our money is all the way out there. Tons of our money is overseas. And when we feel like making ourselves wealthier, we can just print a little bit. We print a little bit of money, give it to ourselves. And so we've stolen some of the wealth from all these countries that hold on to our currency, right? So it's kind of like cheating. It's kind of like taxing. You want to tax France? You want to tax Egypt? You want to tax China? Just print some US dollars. It's the equivalent of a tax. You've stolen some of the value of their US dollar by magically printing some of it out of thin air and giving it to yourself, right? Because if there's more of the same currency, all the units of that currency are worth a little bit less, right? If there's only 10 US dollars in the world, they're super valuable. If there's 10 trillion of them, then those US dollars don't really buy that much. So we are effectively able to tax the world when we print our US dollar. That's how it works. However, ever since the Ukraine war, the United States started cracking down on China and Russia and whichever other country it doesn't like. And it's been doing this for a long time, like Venezuela, Cuba. And so these countries struggle to do things like sell their oil or buy oil, sell their food or buy food. So countries that can't use the US dollar, they really struggle. They have to find alternative ways of trading, and it's tricky for them. China and Russia are tired of the West. They think we're bullies. They don't like us. They got their own ideas about how the world's going to be. Like Russia's, it's saying Ukraine isn't Ukraine. It's actually Russia. And they're over there deciding that for themselves. If we did that, who would stop us? No one. We would just do it. Like if we wanted to invade the Middle East, no one's going to stop us. We just do what we want. They do what they want, and we fight. We go, you can't do that. Ukraine's sovereign. Ukraine's going to join us. It's going to be one of our buddies, one of our allies. So you can't do that. Ukraine and the U.S., we're going to be buddies, and we're going to be able to put tanks right next to you, Russia. Ukraine's going to act as a trading partner for us, and it's going to act as a way of a barrier for the water around you. So we try to be buddies with Ukraine, and Russia doesn't like that. And Russia attacks Ukraine because it's like, you know what? We're bringing back the Soviet Union, and Ukraine is now going to be part of Russia. And they're very similar peoples. They're very close to each other. So Putin would really like to see that. The Ukrainians, of course, don't want to see that. Like, imagine if California was a sovereign country. You think California would like to reattach itself to the United States and have to be responsible for paying the socialism for Kentucky and whatever other failed states there are? There's a couple really failed states in the United States. So you think California wants to do that? No. California would love to be sovereign and write its own laws and be completely free because it doesn't need the rest of the United States. So Ukraine is fighting like hell to hold on to that sovereignty, and we decide to give Ukraine a ton of money and a ton of weapons, and then you know what we do to Russia? We freeze all their assets. We say you will not trade in the US dollar, and no one will trade with you in the US dollar anymore. So Russia's tired of it, China's tired of it, and they're hooking up with Brazil, India, and I feel like there's one more, Egypt. So they're hooking up with other countries, Saudi Arabia. They just talked with the leader of France, Macron, who came back from that meeting and said, we need to rely on the dollar less. That's what Macron said. So they're going to apparently make a gold-backed reserve currency for countries that don't like America. And I feel like if they succeed in that, if we don't challenge them on it, if we don't say, we will actually go to a physical war with you over this, if we don't challenge them over it, I think a lot of countries, not just our enemies, but our friends, are going to buy some of that gold-backed currency. You know why? Because allowing the world to have two superpowers is actually kind of better for everyone except the United States. Maybe you're France and you're a little tired of the United States printing up so much money and devaluing the dollar. Maybe you're Brazil and you're tired of being told what to do by the United States. Maybe you're Australia. You're tired of depending on the US dollar. So if there's just two currencies and everyone's holding on to two currencies, you still kind of have the ability to trade with everyone if it's just two currencies. But now if the United States gets sassy with you, if they say, we're going to freeze your assets, you say, fine, I'm going to convert all my US dollars. Before you freeze them, I'm going to convert them over to the BRIC currency. And then you can F off, USA. So this is real bad for the United States. And I'll explain why. Because we got all those dollars overseas. They're not in our country, they're in other countries. If those countries sell off their US dollars to purchase Chinese yuans or whatever they're going to do, those dollars are going to eventually make it back to this country, and you're going to have a hyperinflation catastrophe. There's going to be so many US dollars available that the cost of goods are going to explode because the value of the US dollar would be truly understood. You don't understand just how many US dollars there are because all these other countries are holding on to it. And when they say, we're tired of your garbage currency where you print it all year long because you keep going, you keep promising the US people stuff you can't afford, you keep spending on your gigantic monstrosity, military, and you can't tax enough, but you can print. We're tired of that garbage. When that happens and they start using BRICS currency, we will have the worst inflation in U.S. history, and it will probably trigger a new depression. So it needs to happen. Here's what needs to happen. United States needs to end the war in Ukraine immediately. It just has to end. We need to say, Russia, we don't like you. We're lifting sanctions. Please don't do the BRICS. And then we need to tell all the BRIC allies, if you guys join the BRIC allyship, we're going to do shadow wars on you, and it's going to be very quiet, and it's going to destroy you. We'll take you all out of power. Not Germany and Russia. They'll be fine, but we'll destroy all of you guys because you guys aren't like Russia, and you guys aren't like China. You don't have the power. So the United States needs to quickly move to do that to shut this down. And we also need to produce a ton of oil and tell Saudi Arabia, we don't care about your oil. That is not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're eating chocolate chip, and we're talking about trans, and we're talking about gay, we're talking about women of color. That's what we're actually focused on in the U.S. It's really sad. So yeah, it doesn't make me confident, but next year we have elections. So the outcome of the elections are a big deal. The outcomes of the election are going to matter a lot. We need to end our fight with Russia immediately. We need to, chop up Ukraine. I don't know what's going to happen to Ukraine. But I can tell you, I've never supported war socialism. I don't like war socialism. I don't know what happens next. Will China invade Taiwan? Maybe. Should we fight with China over Taiwan? It's a good question. This won't happen with Trump. Respect Bud Light. Everyone else is looking at America and laughing. They don't see us black, white, trans, or gay. They see us as Americans, and we should too. Oh, trust me, they're seeing Americans as black, white, trans, or gay. They do consider the ethnic makeup of America, and they consider the overall culture and feeling, and maybe perhaps the sexual feeling of America. So, like, if you're living in Saudi Arabia, a fairly conservative and wealthy little kingdom, and you're looking at America, and they're pushing gender studies in like Pakistan with millions of dollars, I'm going to guess the Saudi Arabians aren't super big fans of the U.S. You know what I mean? They're going, we don't teach that in Islam. Thanks, Mr. I'll get a signed card eventually. What is war socialism? War socialism is when you're Ukraine and you live you live on the border of Russia, and Russia wants to go to war with you. And you could spend your money building up your military, but you're pretty confident the United States will send you hundreds of billions of dollars if you don't. So you don't build up your military, and then you just get free money from the rest of the world. That's war socialism. If they fail to build up their military, they fail to keep their country. Those are how the rules should actually work. Okay, so you lost the war. It's like, I don't get upset with how Europe's been chopped up. Well, the way Europe's chopped up is just whoever won the war. That's it. That's the way Europe is chopped up. There's all these little countries. That's how it is, And the idea that there never will be a war again and there won't be land wars, totally false. Of course there'll be wars. So if Russia beats Ukraine, then Ukraine is part of Russia, and it used to be part of Russia. That's how it works. Ukraine should have bought more weapons from us instead of doing whatever the F it was doing. Here we are, Mr. J. Manuel. You ready? They should have bought more weapons from us over time. Instead, they're getting those weapons for free. We're sending those weapons to them for free. So we are paying for it. This is not like an investment in our infrastructure or our people or our country. We're just playing war for some other country. Oh, you didn't invest in your country's military? We'll do it for you. Do you guys want to do that every time there's a war on the other side of the world? Do you guys want to pay war socialism every single time there's a war? Think about it. Really think about your philosophy on the concept. Here we are. You know, Putin's not like, I would argue he's not literally like Hitler. Like Hitler had a plan to genocide the Jews and get rid of people he doesn't like. Putin just wants to reunify the USSR and become a superpower. That's what he wants. He wants Russia to be the world's superpower. He wants to challenge the West. But he's not like standing up there like Hitler, like, oh yeah, we got to kill the Jews or whatever, right? He's not saying that. So he's doing war. We do war. We do all kinds of shadow wars all over the world. And there's no rules for war. You can do what you want. You can go invade your neighbor. Of course, you can lose. That's what the United States would actually like. So we would like for them to lose because we don't want Russia and China to rise up and actually have power in the world. We do not want that. And that is our goal. Our goal is to not let them have power. We want to be the one superpower unchallenged so that we can do stuff like make you use our dollar, shut you down if you don't use our dollar, and then print dollars so that we can tax you. You're going to work for us. You're going to hold on to our U.S. dollars, and then we're going to tax the hell out of you by printing U.S. dollars. Now, wait a second. This says from 2 days ago. 2 more Disney. What? Okay, Octavio Melendres. Why am I coughing, man? These coughs are awful. One superpower to rule them all. Hold on. Okay, so I believe this is accurate. Let's do it. 2 shining fates. Here we are. Bhutan. Isn't the president of Ukraine a TV celebrity? Sort of, yeah. So he's not like an experienced leader who's done war a whole bunch. And that's okay. I mean, you don't have to be technically super experienced. His military might be experienced. I don't know. It just is what it is, you know? All right, what we got? Here's Chinchino. Yeah, I saw the skit he did where he takes his, pretend takes his dick out and plays the piano with it. It's kind of like, I don't know. At the time, it probably didn't seem like it mattered. Now he's in this war, and it seems kind of like he needs to be the strong, powerful person, and instead he looks kind of like a joke, so that didn't play out well for him, but he's still in power. I think a lot of leaders were once perhaps celebrities. Donald Trump was. Mr. Octavio. The UK doesn't print their currency into oblivion, and they don't have as much debt as the USA. Well, the UK couldn't print its currency like we could. If you guys were the world reserve currency, you could print your currency more. And then you could offer your people even more socialism. You could say, hey, we could do all kinds of socialism. Vote for me. I'll print even more dollars. I'll print even more pounds. Vote for me. I'll print. That's what the USA does. In fact, every country should hope that the BRICS, every country except the United States, should hope that the BRICS currency is a success so that they can stop buying US dollars and buy the gold-backed BRICS currency and not have to worry about printing. Here's Hathim, UFC Hobbybot. You got it, Mr. Hathim. I think it's a very serious challenge for the USA. Here we are. So this is now sold out, and this is the last pack. Mr. Hathim, how's it going, man? All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to our daily live stream. We are talking about reserve currencies in the BRICS nations, trying to come up with their own gold-backed currency to replace the US dollar so they can trade in their own currency and not rely on us to be nice to them. Here's Rafael Asuncao. We printed $4 trillion during COVID and just dropped that money over the American people like it was coming out of a helicopter, right? Nina Nunes. It's all a show. The Ukraine president always there, that stupid army green crew neck sweater, so he looks like he's always war ready. Shake my head. Here's Vulcan Ozdemir. You bricked up, mister? Oh, I'm bricked up. Bricked up like crazy, bro. There we go. Gotta be to open these cards. Muslim Salikov. Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Middle East will want to join Russia and China on this subject because it's like the United States has not really been a friend of the Middle East. We have not invested money in Africa, in my opinion, and then we've shot ourselves in the foot in the Middle East, too. We look weak, and like all we did was come in and kill a bunch of people and screw things up. I feel the United States' respect and power across the world has fallen significantly over time, and I don't actually feel like the average voter in the United States understands any of this or has been paying attention to the history of the last 20 years. They probably just have a ballot shoved in front of them and says, do you believe in trans or don't you? And so that's how they vote. Or do you believe in abortion or don't you? And that's how they vote. Like, there's much bigger subjects. You know what I mean? Well, I believe in abortion. Well, I don't believe in abortion. Who the F cares? Can we get a competent leader who will make us rich? Elijah Faber. I don't care which way it votes. I really don't. But I do care about the state of the economy a lot. I want to know that our country is going to be rich. And by the way, you know, people tend to have more abortions when they're poor. So you're going to have more abortions just because people are poor. But that's what people care about. They care about that stupid stuff. You think social credit will be a thing like in China? You know, there are people who are arguing it kind of already is because of the reliance on social media and such. You know, like getting banned from Facebook or getting banned from LinkedIn, that kind of stuff. So, Mr. Hathim, if you say the wrong thing on the internet, they'll find you and send it to your employer, and your employer will be scared and he'll fire you. And, right? So, ooh. So you could say social credit is sort of de facto for now. Could become a government established thing like they have in China. So if it's government established, then it's like China. Mr. Hathim. Here we are. Could you imagine a scenario where everyone turns 10% of their income into gold? Inflation would drop dramatically. Would it? No, what would happen is the price of gold would jump, and then the gold guys who sold you their gold would have a ton of US dollars. And because of the inflation of the gold, those gold guys would get suddenly very rich. They would then turn around with those dollars and presumably buy something, maybe real estate, because they've already decided to sell gold because they wanted dollars for something. So presumably they're going to buy something else with that money, not more gold, but something else. So they'll turn around with all the profits they made, right? Because it's profits at that point, and they'll probably buy real estate and the price of houses will go up. It's all related. Everything's a relationship. So you will have gold, but then you'll turn around to buy a home, and the cost of the home will be higher. At least inflation is making Pokemon cards go up. Do you think we'll ever go back to money back gold? Well, you know, this is why. Hold on, I gotta have a cough. So this is why people are turning toward crypto, because they want crypto to replace the dollar. Just like the gold guys want the United States dollar to collapse, and so then all the people holding gold get super rich because everyone will panic and buy gold. As the dollar's inflating every day, they will panic and buy gold. So that's what the gold guys want, and the crypto guys don't want people to buy gold. They want them to buy crypto. They're going to say, well, crypto's the digital gold, right? That's what they're going to say. They're going to say something like, crypto, it's got the blockchain, so we can just, as long as there's people doing the mining, you can just transact across the world, you know, and you don't rely on banks and shit, right? So they're going to say, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Doge, instead of worrying about buying this heavy metal yellow thing that you can't really store in your pocket. If you lose it, you lose something, you know what I mean? So they're going to say buy crypto instead. And so that's the gold guys and the crypto guys, and they're both hoping for a dollar collapse. The reason that people agree that the dollar is worth what it's worth is because when you go shopping every day at Walmart or Target, the price is relatively stable. In other words, Target and Walmart say your US dollar has value. It does. Walmart and Target tells you that your US dollar has value. Now, if you went to Target one day, oh, I got to sneeze now. First coughing, now sneezing. Whew. Oh, man. Is this fun? Do you guys like talking about this? I love talking about this. Okay. Oh my God. So your US dollar has a value that doesn't change very quickly. It changes slowly. So you have faith in the US dollar. And the US dollar works because the government says it will work. And so you just trust in that faith. That's it. And that's what we call currency. All right, Mr. Athim, thank you very much for the order. So that's why your US dollar is so effective. So this is why buy gold when you can just have the US dollar in your bank account, like PayPal right now? Why buy crypto when you can just have your money in your PayPal account? Like, it's actually harder to transact in crypto in many scenarios rather than dollars. Like, you go buy a piece of real estate. You think the mortgage company is going to accept a crypto payment? They're going to say, get us an effing check with US dollars, you idiot. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say, we don't take that crap. Give us money. Jeremy Patterson, mini break. Here we are. So, US dollar has not crashed for now, but it will if inflation occurs. And this is why the Federal Reserve, which is in charge of printing money, this is why they are raising interest rates. Raising interest rates is the opposite of printing money. Here we are. So you print money when you want people to have more of it. You raise interest rates when you want people to have less money. Because now businesses don't borrow it, so they don't build anything, they don't buy anything. So you raise interest rates to reduce the value of the, or not to reduce it, but basically to reduce the inflation, reduce the availability of it. Here's Roger Gray. He says, 3 Mario Hanafuda. All right, the new Hanafudas. It's good to understand all this stuff because it helps you see what your cards are, you know. Your cards are like a little chunk of money in some way, and they're in this big market where you can buy all kinds of things. Let me skip this song. I don't like that song so much. Here we are. What do we got here? We got this guy with the big tongue. He's like Lickitung. All right. Yeah, so your US dollar has a value because it's a very consistent price every day. Hey, it's this guy. But if you were to go to Walmart and the price of bananas doubled, and then you went back next week and it doubled again, and you went back next week and it doubled again, you would start to not want the US dollar anymore. You'd be like, oh, F, this US dollar is like, it's going up in value too fast. And then you'd look at a chart and you'd be like, maybe it's time to have a different currency that isn't doing this. So there's a reason why the US dollar is inflating. And so you say, I want out of the US dollar because it's becoming valueless. Every time I go to the store, my dollar buys fewer bananas. That's cool. You got Bowser, man. Okay, that's for Roger Gray. So every time you go to the store, your dollar buys less and less bananas. And so suddenly you go, well, is there a currency that I can convert my dollars into that is, instead of falling in value, going up in value? And you look at the chart, you'll see gold going up in value around that time. As the US dollar goes down in value, you'll see this converse relationship where gold goes up in value because people are dumping dollars for gold. They're saying, I don't want dollars, sell off all my dollars, please let me buy gold. That's demand going up for gold. So that's what will happen in a hyperinflation scenario. As the hyperinflation begins, as people see the price of bananas doubling every day, they're going to say, oh, F, I've got a ton of these US dollars. I got to get out of it. And there's a lot of money in the US. So maybe you don't have a lot of money to convert, but there's a lot of rich guys with maybe billions of dollars to convert. And they got to get out of US dollars. They're like, F, I got to get out of this. This US dollar's crashing, dude. So they're gonna buy something that isn't US dollars to hide their value in that thing. And obviously the thing they're gonna buy is Charizard. No, but what they'll probably buy is probably gold, probably real estate, probably oil. They may buy crypto. I don't know if they will, but they may buy a little bit of it. Maybe they'll consider that diversifying. But I think they'll probably buy things like crops, oil, real estate, you know, things that can't be printed but always have a sort of functionality and value. Definitely oil. Oh, Roger Gray, we're not done. He needs a rebellions. Here you go. This is why people need to invest. Then your assets follow the inflation. PSA grade those little cards. They do, actually. Yeah, PSA grades those. Has anyone bought in the mini break? Yeah, 4 people have. Oh, he's asking if there's more spots available. There's Sarah. I love talking about this. I love educating on this. There needs to be more people that understand what's going on. It will protect you from being hurt by it so much. But I guess the people who need to know it the most are the people who have money worth losing. So like if you have a real value, you need to start putting it somewhere. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're going to get destroyed when there's hyperinflation. Anyone living paycheck to paycheck is going to get destroyed, and there's no way to stop it. You are going to live a very bad life. You should learn to farm. Yeah, you should start learning how to farm. Anyone living paycheck to paycheck is going to get utterly destroyed. You should educate the politicians. Oh, they don't need education. Almost all of them probably understand what's going on. They are, most of them, I say, already understand the whole thing. So it's the American people that don't get it. The politicians just tell you whatever you need to hear to get them in power. So they don't care. If there is a hyperinflation scenario, they're all protected. That is the protected class. They will be absolutely fine. Mr. Alex, you got Teddy Ursa. Yeah, the majority of the politicians would be just fine. Maybe the brand new politicians who just got their politician jobs will be troubled. But like Dianne Feinstein of California, she's goated, man. She's perfectly fine. She's going to live in her big mansion. No matter what the US dollar does, she owns that big, beautiful mansion. So she doesn't care. And then even if all of her money went down to 1/10 of its value, she's still got so much of it, it doesn't matter. Haven't you guys seen House of Cards? Why don't they balance the budget? Well, there's a very good reason for that. If they balanced the budget, the American people would fire them. That's the real reason. So when every single poor person is being told, you deserve money, oh, the rich they're the reason that you're poor, and oh, we can fix all your problems by printing money and giving it to you. So that's what people vote for now. Joe Biden actually won election. So he became the president. That he represents the socialist side of our government. He won. And so we're having a scenario where there's lots and lots of poor people going, hey, we can just print money and give it to ourselves. The rest of the world doesn't care. Of course they care, right? They care a lot, actually. So we're going to lose our reserve currency status and enter hyperinflation. But so I think that politicians play these highly uneducated people into voting for them because they'll print up money and give it to the people. And they must not remember every time there's been a socialist government, the people in the government are very wealthy. Excuse me. The people in the government are very wealthy, have a very ticklish throat. And the people who work for that government are the actual poor. So voting for a socialist economy does not create wealth equality. Only one thing creates wealth equality: opening up a competing business against the rich guys. That's the only thing. So you have to go out in the market and invent your own Microsoft. You have to go out in the market and invent your own iPhone. You have to go out in the market and invent your own fast food company to replace McDonald's. You have to go out into the market and start your own clothing company. You have to start your own Facebook company. That's the only way to get truly even with somebody, is to start your own company. If you try to vote yourself wealthy, you will actually just make the politicians wealthy, and then they'll step on your neck because they'll never let you have the power that they have. You will never be allowed to be equal to them. All right, so let's see. So we have Faisal Muhammad, 1 spot in the slab break. But you're a very useful pawn for if you're voting them into office. It's very useful for them. Like Hugo Chavez in Venezuela. He was very charismatic. He was like, yeah, vote for me. And they did. And that country ran out of money. Of course, a lot of people argue that the United States interfered with that country, which I think has some truth. But actually, that country was also overly reliant on a simple economy of just doing oil. They had like one thing, it was oil. And it turned out that the politicians heavily mismanaged it. So as a combination of, well, first they attacked the United States too. They sort of had all this propaganda against capitalism in the United States. So that was very stupid. But also, you know, like for example, Britain and Germany, they're basically almost communist with the amount of taxes they take, right? Like if they're taking half of your income, dude, you're pretty close to communist. You know what I mean? It's not that far away. So Venezuela could have just been like Europe, but instead Venezuela's like, let's put a stick in the United States' eyes. We'll call George Bush the devil. We'll say capitalism satanic, and then you know, we'll do communism and make communism look attractive over here. So the United States says, oh, okay, we're gonna have a culture war with you then. You're banned. So that's what they did. They told Venezuela, you may not trade in oil. And Venezuela was overly reliant on that oil already, and it wasn't managed well either. So political failures, failure to expand the economy in other meaningful ways, failure to get trade going with countries that don't like America, you know? So it's a whole bunch of stuff. Here we are. All right. You know, Russia and the United States never got along well, but Russia did pretty well for itself for a long time. We're about to see how well it does in the future after this war. I have a feeling it's going to be all right. Bo Jackson says to Disney. Here we are. One Nintendo pack. This is a 1989 vintage Nintendo pack printed by Topps. This is in our menu at the bottom of the menu, and it's very relevant because of the new Mario movie. So you should open one of these and grade a Mario card. You can even just grade the booster pack. Mr. Get rid of the hearts in the chat. What heart? What are you talking about? All right, Mr. Bo Jackson, let's see what we got here for you. Nice of you to stop in. I'm glad you guys are over here talking with me and opening cards and enjoying the card hobby, talking about wealth. I believe that collecting is very closely associated with wealth management, because really the only way to collect what you want is to be wealthy. You know what I mean? The two go hand in hand. So it's good to understand how money works, how economies work, how politics is closely related to all that. Here's Zelda. There is a heart button now. If you're in mobile, there's hearts you can click to show in screen. Really? That's so funny. I've not seen that. There we go. Okay, so here we have a Mario card, and like I said, this is from 1989, and these might be very relevant for collectors right now. The Mario movie, I believe, is a world record movie, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Socialist, communist, capitalist. A lot of words, you know. There are a lot of words. Honestly, whatever system you're living in, what's most important is the quality of the people you're living with and the competency of your managers, your politicians. Here we are. All right. All right. But whenever there's inequality between the wealthy and the poor, the solution, the easiest solution is to take their money. Take it. That's the easy solution. And everyone reaches for that low-hanging fruit. But the true solution is to copy them. You need to do what they did. You need to make the accomplishments that they made. That's the difficult solution, but it's also the only solution that truly works. Taking all their money doesn't actually work, especially not now. It might have worked back in the day where there were horse-drawn carriages and you could just kind of catch the wealthy. You could be like, gotcha. Nowadays, they got private jets, they got the internet, they got security teams. You're not going to catch them. They're just going to move their money to a different country and leave you. So that does not work anymore. That is not an option anymore. The whole eat the wealthy, that is not possible. Unless you had like a government that passed a law that wealthy people can't move around. Can you imagine how quickly all the wealthy people would bail that country if you made that law? They would move out tomorrow. They'd say, stop my schedule and move me the F out of here instantly. They'd get in all their private jets. They'd pack their bags and you'd never collect another dollar of taxes from them again. They'd be like, we'll never come back to this country. Next up, we've got J. Manuel for the 2 Disney you opened. Mr. Manuel, you didn't you didn't have to do that. Let me get you a bonus one, man. That's so honest of you. I made the mistake, not you. Those are some free ones for you. We need a constitutional amendment to not overspend tax revenue. Yeah, I talked about the same thing, James, so your conclusion is the same as mine. That is exactly right. Actually, it was already that way. Did you know that, James? So they changed it at some point so that you could raise the debt ceiling. I don't remember when this happened. I was learning about the history of the United States, and our politicians, one day, they voted so that it was possible to raise the debt ceiling. And this is what unlocked it all. This is what unlocked our infinite spending. So in the past, it actually wasn't possible. All right, here we are. You find your lost packages yet? Not yet. Thanks for asking, though. Cinderella and Pluto. Here we are. Welcome to the late night stream, guys. How's everybody feeling tonight? So yes, if we passed a law that said the government can't raise the debt ceiling, you know what would happen? The government would almost immediately run out of money. That's how our government currently operates. And so everyone should actually be screaming right now. We should all be going, we're financially unviable. We're a country that way overspends. We should be like freaking out right now. It'd be like, imagine whoever is in your life who's worst with money has your credit card and they're just spending it into infinite debt. And you pay interest on that debt. And so you either have to borrow money or print money in order to actually acquire that money. One or the other, right? No, it's life of vision, then you die. So our government runs out of money like a clock. It just does. There is literally never going to be enough money to pay for all the stuff we buy. We buy all this stuff we can't afford. And I don't think in my entire life, I can't remember the last time the budget was balanced. Actually, I believe it was during the 90s. I believe the last time we balanced the budget was with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was the last time. We were in sort of like a golden era of wealth making. We weren't in any wars or anything. The economy was humming along fine. We didn't have a lot of competition. You know, China wasn't competing with us the way it is now. Not a lot of international competition. So we were doing very well back then. Mr. Brad Bettle, 6 more deadly sins. You got it, Brad. Are you waiting for Biden to pay your student loan? Yes. So I'm not making any payments that I don't have to make because they keep freezing. So if you guys don't keep up on that subject, the government keeps postponing when you need to pay again. And I don't know when was the last time they postponed it. But basically, if you are allowed to postpone paying it, you should, of course, do that because of inflation. So if the government pays my degree, it will be the biggest joke ever, because here I am, somebody perfectly capable of paying it back, and the government will pay it for me, while there's actual poor people who need help. They need medical help, they're homeless, they're hurt, but maybe I don't count as somebody who can have their degree paid off. But you know, it's funny, somebody else will count, somebody else just like me, I bet, somebody whose family has money, or they're making enough to pay down their student debt, probably because they have a degree, they have enough money. So that's going to get paid for free, while people who are actually poor do not receive help. And it's quite literally a handout to Democrat voters. Yeah, it's like gifting your party money. Isn't that funny? You've gifted your voters money. Really fascinating. There we go. All right. They pick policy based on what gives votes, not what is ethically right. Precisely. James understands. Exactly. It's just a game of winning. It's not a game of what's best for the country. This is exactly what happened in Rome, by the way. Rome did the same thing. The people of Rome stopped caring about Rome. They did not care about the country. They care about their position, right? Oh, you got the sexy Merlin card. There we go. Rock the vote. Gavin for president. What do you like about Gavin? I don't know much about him. Is Gavin a socialist? Here we are. They need to fix the roads. Here we are. I'm voting for Tiger King. Here we are. All right. Brad Bettel. Mr. Brad. Sorry, Brad, no signature. Ah, here we are. You got this sexy lady, though. Who else is running for president? We need better options. Well, the sad thing is, James, nobody really sounds that competent. Nobody really gets you excited like, ooh, there's a leader that I want to follow. Ooh, you know what I mean? Gavin has a nice haircut and he's good looking. I strongly disagree with that, Breaks. He looks to me like a character out of Gotham City, doesn't he? He looks like he's straight out of Batman. He's one of the, he looks like a sleazy, two-faced politician. He looks like he's straight out of Batman. Definitely a Batman villain. I'm not supposed to flip the camera over. I'm just over here coughing my lungs out. How do you feel about the French president, mister? How do I feel about the French president? Macron. Thanks again, mister. I love Ted Cruz. Mister for president. I'm sitting here in my undershirt because the room's too hot. I really dislike Mr. Macron. He's a globalist. I really do not think that globalism is the future. The future is distinct nations just getting along with each other. That is the future. There should never actually be a one world government, a one world people, because I would suggest that you've actually lost your ethnic identity. You've lost your heritage, you've lost your culture, you've lost your ethnic identity, so that you can all be some kind of like group for, I don't know, the one world government to sort of milk, basically. You know what I mean? So I strongly suggest rethinking the whole love of globalism. Globalism works really well for the globalists, but for you living in your nation, your home, you will be the one who's going to be milked dry to pay for somebody else halfway across the world or whatever stupid plan they have. Mr. Mohammed Nazari, 10 Fusion Strike. Not a fan. So Macron is a self-identified globalist. He says he is a globalist. Of course, his argument is, it's a fair one. He argues that nationality and nationalism will lead to a new Hitler. That's his argument, basically. So he says that nationalism will lead to an argument for supremacy, and supremacy will lead us to some kind of racial war. I get those fears. I just don't agree with them. I think that it's possible to be a strong nationalist identity, and then just to ask the rest of the world to F off. No, we don't want to conquer you, but we want you to leave us alone, too. You know what I mean? All right, give me a minute. Let me go get another Fusion Strike box. Fusion Strike. Where are my Fusion Strikes? We have a lot of Brilliant Stars. Here's Battle Styles. Where are my Fusion Strikes, though? Are they hiding over here? Where are my Fusion Strikes? They under the table. Well, I thought I had a lot of Fusion Strike. Are we out? We might be out. Wait, are they over here? Ow. Nope, that's Evolutions. Oh, here they are. I found them. No, we're good. We got them. We got Fusion Strikes. I knew we had Fusion Strike. Oh man, this cough, man, is awful. Let me have a, I'll have a little anti-cough thing here. Macron is a banker. Yeah. Did you know there's a lot of Irish bankers? I relate to that. How do you feel about German looters? Interested in U.S. perspective about this. Isn't the current German leader just very similar to, what's her name? Who's the lady that let in all the immigration from Syria? Her name was, God, she was in charge for forever. How do I forget her name? Merkel? No, her name wasn't Merkel. Oh, her name was Merkel? Oh my God. Her name was Merkel. So I thought he was actually very similar to him. Here we are. Moaning Merkel. Now it's Olaf Scholz. Well, so my perspective is that the rise of the far right in Italy, the new Italian prime minister says, we're not taking any more boats from, human traffickers from across the world, no more boats. And she said, Italy needs to remain Italian, basically, is what she said. I don't view that as racist. I view that as protecting the Italian people's heritage, the right to their ancestors' city and towns, their ancestors' nation. It's a little different in the USA. I view USA as sort of like an international company. Okay, the United States, big country. I think the United States should compete to have all the best talent in the world come here. But if you want to live in Italy, it should be Italian. It's called Italy. So I feel like the Italian people should allow people to reside in their country, but to become an Italian citizen, you probably ought to have some Italian in you. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you're not Italian, you can live there, but you can't vote. I think that's essential. And so my views on Germany would be the same. The German people should have a way for people to come over there and live and to participate in their wonderful society, but you need to have German ancestry to be a German citizen. I think that's the smartest move for protecting the actual identity of Germany. There we go. All right. 10 lost origin. This is almost exactly what Japan does, by the way. You can go to Japan. You cannot be a Japanese citizen. They won't let you. It takes a really long time to become a Japanese citizen. It's really difficult. We need to preserve Italian pizza recipe. Very important. Ah, yes. All right, here we are. So right now, in my opinion, the sickness, the problem for most of Europe is you guys have some of the most generous socialism in all of the world. And you just let anyone come in and sign up for it, I guess. Because you're actually, it's almost like a weakness, but you're very kind. And right now you're killing yourself with your kindness. So you got people from across the world who are suffering. They're living in countries that are worse than yours. And they're saying, all right, we're going to come in and you're going to do the socialism for us. And they're going to bankrupt you. That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to go bankrupt. You're going to go bankrupt. And eventually you're going to have a lot of infighting, in my opinion. There's going to be the Germans who are like, we're racist. Then there's going to be the Germans that are like, we're not racist. Then there's going to be the Germans in the middle that are like, well, we just don't want to have to pay for everybody. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, that's generally where I fall. I don't like to pay for other people for the most part. Unless they're my friend. You guys heard that argument before? So whoever I'm paying for, we have to get along. This is one of the problems with socialism. I think socialism does work if you have strong social cohesion. So if everyone kind of loves each other, hey, I love my neighbor, I love my community, I love my government, we're all getting along, we have shared values, we have shared political ideas. So if that's the game, I'm in. Take all my money, I don't care. We're besties. If you hate me, if you can't stand me, if you're going to shit talk me, you're going to say, oh, well, you don't like me, or something like that, because you won't give me your money, or something like that. We don't have social cohesion. That's when the socialism needs to come to a very fast stop at that point. Socialism should never occur in a country where the people hate each other. Because at that point, it's very close to theft. You're just having someone else who hates you take your money away from you to pay for their things. So this is one of the very important concepts, in my opinion, for when socialism works and when socialism does not work. It works when there's enough money and there's not too many people draining the system. Does not work when there's too many people draining the system, not working, and everybody hates each other. Like, oh, I hate you. You are. But, I mean, that's generally what happens. The politicians rise to power, in my opinion, by weaponizing racism. They say, you know why the Germans want to end immigration and don't want to pay any more socialism taxes? Because they're racist. That's what they'll say. That's weaponizing racism. They will say that in Germany, I guarantee it. It will be a weapon of their politicians. And you have to put a stop to it. You have to be clever enough to put a stop to it. You have to say, nope, we're not doing that here. Because you're not going to trick us with that. And I think that's what's been going on over the last 10, 20 years. And people are understanding that the political complexity behind it is becoming more understood over time. Mr. Pay for me. When does Scotland do their Independent Day vote next? Yeah. What do you guys think of an independent Scotland? Very interesting. An independent Scotland. You know, I'm on the other side, actually. You know what I do wish? I almost wish Ireland would join Scotland and the UK as an equal partner. So I wish Scotland, Ireland, and the UK, all three were an equal partner in a United Kingdom. And they kept their heritage, but they're so close to each other. They're literally so close to each other. But it doesn't have to be that way. With Scotland, you're literally connected by land. So you can do that. You can split up, but you're still like, your futures are connected. Your destinies are tied together because you're so close. And so maybe you want to split up so you can do other things politically. That's probably it. Yeah. Scott Ireland. Put the racist card back in the deck, son. We ain't playing games here. I think Ireland prefer doing things their own way. Sure. I mean, everyone does. Here in the United States, why shouldn't Texas and California split up from the rest of the country, for example? They're pretty big economies all on their own. They don't need the rest of the country. Why don't they just split up? Maybe they run themselves better. But, I think that Scotland, Ireland, and the UK, they're genetically very close to each other. They're very mixed with each other. And they have a very intertwined past. And really, in the modern world, they should be besties, in my opinion. So, but, they can vote to become independent countries. But whether they're independent or not, they're going to have to do business with each other, travel with each other, so whatever they decide on, they should remain strong allies. There's a much bigger world than just the UK, right? And the bigger world, I think, is the riskier thing for that little area, UK, Scotland, Ireland. But, I don't think Ireland would really agree to joining the other two. I think if they wrote the rules up very carefully. So I think if the UK got smart and said, hey, let's ask Ireland to join in a certain way. And, but I don't know. It's a pride thing too, right? What do you think about 13-year-olds who steal cars to joyride? Obviously, I'm against stealing. Let's see what we got in these packs. Oh, you got a rainbow pull. So that's Drapion Rainbow. Okay, here we are. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, it could go the other way. Scotland could break up from the UK and presumably run itself much better. There's Porygon Z. But that's a presumption. And, but, again, your destinies are tied together. You're landlocked with each other. You're that close. And you're such a small island, too. I like the idea of them getting along with each other and just working out their political differences in a mutually respectful way. Here's Snorlax. It makes me sad that there's so much fighting in Northern Ireland, too. I don't like that at all. Here's Wurmple. And here's Rhyhorn. Scotland doesn't have enough farmland. I like Scotland a lot. I mean, so there's a reason I would move to Scotland. I really would. But I look at their weather. They've got terribly cold weather. And so if I were to move there, I guess it would be almost like a perpetual winter time for me. I mean, their summertime weather is almost like our wintertime weather. That's how cold it is in Scotland. So there's a real difference in weather. Out here in Missouri, 60 degrees in the wintertime? Sometimes, sure. Not all the time, but yeah, it gets real cold and real dark in Scotland. And if they had warmer weather, I would just be saying I'm going to Scotland. Here we are. How much is the Marceline? Very expensive, it turns out. Marceline is rather expensive. All right, here we are. So we have Mr. Mohammed Nazari. Welcome again to our lovely nightly live stream. We got Drapion, Delphox, Snorlax, Crabominable. That's an okay round. Drapion, the Pokemon's not super popular, but in terms of the pull rates, that's about right. The live customs were cold. You pick up a poker card from them. Here, why don't I give you a little bonus thing, too? Here, have one of these. All right, here's one of these Hanafuda cards. So I'm going to hand out one of these for free. Move to Florida. It's for the elderly like you. I thought about moving to Florida because you would get more time to do water sports. Mr. Mohammed Nazari. Florida is actually very high on our potential list of places to move in the future. Did we get you a new box? That's what we're going to do, right? We're going to get you a new box. The oil will run out soon. Whose cards are these? This is Mr. Mohammed Nazari. So, Florida is high on our list of places to move because it's warm. Florida has more time. They have more time that you can spend in the water. Out here in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks, the water is only warm enough to swim in for about 3 months. And so that's the downside. How do I get away from politics and live a normal life? Well, how do you need to get away from it? What do you mean by? Do you mean you want to be completely ignorant of it? You're going to have to disconnect from social media, I think, to not know about politics. Here we are. Let's see. Water sports. Are water sports different in a water park? Come to Florida. You can be in the water year round. Yeah, I know. That's a very tempting argument. Israel versus Palestine. Russia versus Ukraine. Here we are. Pitbulls, yay or nay? No, not a fan. Mohammed Nazari. There was another news story about an 80-year-old man got killed by some pit bulls. That was recent as well. Nazari. Now, I'm not an 80-year-old man, but I don't feel like getting bit either way. There we go. All right, cool. So the Marceline is $1,200. I'm 1,000 years old, and I lost track of my moral code. I don't know how that goes. And I just lost track of my moral code. My wife loves Marceline. Huge fan. How to be completely ignorant to everything and be a normie. So sort of like ignorance is bliss. Here's Pikachu for $100. Oops. What's the pull rates on those autos? Is the gold more rare? Uh-huh. Here's Toxtricity for $40. He's a PSA 10. Okay, lovely. We should do him as the next mini break. Ron Perlman was a good voice choice. Let's set this over here. That first edition Rainbow Energy Holo that will help you complete your rocket collection. Okay, and here is Melodic 10. There we go. Hathim says 3 Disney. Do you have a baby? No, no babies yet. I'm getting older. I need some babies. I need a baby mama ASAP. Why is there a square drain on the energy? Square drain. It's not a drain. I'm showing that this particular one is extra good. Oh God, I hate this. There we go. See that? So we got a swirl right in the middle of our card. Super cool. It's such a perfect location, in my opinion. The Rainbow Energy is very hard to grade 10 and is a low pop rocket, first edition rocket card. There we go. Let's see what we got. When? Go to the hospital infirmary to look for chase rare babies. I don't want other people's babies. I want my own. What is better about Pitbull versus other? I honestly think people actually get pit bulls because of the controversy, or because they like thinking, oh, my dog's like super tough, or like, or you know what I mean? So I think people try to identify with having a dangerous dog. I think that's really what it is. They identify with having sort of a dangerous dog. And statistically, we were looking, we talked about pit bulls quite a bit over time, but we found that they make up some really small percentage of all the total dogs, something like 6%. But then they're like 65% of dog attacks. It's some huge number. So 65% of dog attacks are just one breed. It's the American Pit Bull. And so you could eliminate all of those attacks by just banning them. And actually, quite a few first world countries have a total ban on pit bulls. In America, what happens is there are local bans and citywide bans that usually occur after a couple people have been killed by pit bulls. So this is kind of the pattern. First, somebody has to be mauled to death in a horrible, viciously brutal way. Probably one of the most painful ways you can die is to be mauled to death. And then we pass a bill that says you can't have them here. Here we are, Mr. Hatham. And then people what happens is people have anecdotal experiences. They go, well, I had a pit bull and my pit bull didn't attack anyone. It's like, well, that's an anecdotal experience. Your pit bulls didn't attack someone, but here in the news, here's a pit bull where he did kill someone. You know what I mean? There you go. Should you get your sperm frozen? Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Pit bulls can be 100% friendly. Depends on the trainer or the owner. You guys are so funny. It's so funny how many pit bull defenders come out when you mention the facts around pit bulls. Pit bulls are the deadliest dog breed, banned all over the world, banned all over the place in the United States. And if I go search pit bull news, I'm going to pull up a whole list of people who have just recently been killed by pit bulls. I'll go do it. We're going to say Pitbull News. All right. Pitbull attack in Sumter County. Woman rushed to hospital. She is recovering from being attacked by 2 pit bulls. That was 2 days ago. Let's see. Man killed in apparent pit bull attack in Southwest Detroit. Police say 58-year-old man whose body was found Tuesday apparently attacked and killed by pit bull dogs 1 week ago. So he died. This one says, Brooklyn Park police kill dog attacking young girl. It doesn't mention the breed of the dog, but it returned from the Google search. And the Google search is just Pitbull News. So that's the Google search. So what that means is somewhere in the article it says Pitbull. That's how it gets returned. Senate, this is Florida. Senate approves bill stripping away last anti-pit bull city. So it's funny. It's like ironic, isn't it? This is on January 17th, I guess. Pit bull attacks for 3rd time. Neighbors call for dog to be euthanized. An 8-year-old girl attacked by a pit bull outside her home in Martinez. Just 3 months after another neighbor in her driveway. There we go. So it's funny because all year round, we can just search that keyword, Pitbull News, and get those returns all year round. And we've already proven that. We were searching that term, what was it like? We were searching it once every 2 weeks, I think. Look at this BBC one. South Africa Pitbull attacks. We can't live in a world where dogs eat children. Anger mounts after the killing of children by pit bulls in South Africa. So it's funny because it's an international problem. So a lot of countries just full out ban the one dog breed. This is 21 hours ago. This is in Egypt. Prosecution investigates death of man mauled by celebrity neighbor's pit bull. The death of Mohammed Moheb, 42, who was mauled by a pit bull a month ago. Killed by a pit bull. What an absolutely violent and incredibly painful way to die, to be chewed to death. That's like something you would expect like in the wild, maybe like, 2,000 years ago or something. Getting killed by like tigers in the woods. So Jeremy Patterson says, too many spots. You got it, Jeremy. Jeremy, I think there's only room for one more spot. You ain't get my baby. So people have anecdotal experiences with their dog, and their dog's very kind, it's a very good dog. But if you make like an argument from statistics, so if you say, well, the majority of dog attacks are just one breed, why shouldn't we remove it? Then it's like, I never hear a good counter argument. Like, well, because we like them. That's the counter argument. Here we go, Mr. Jeremy. Does the owner go to jail? Yeah, one owner did recently go to jail. It was in a report. I actually got it on TikTok, and it was a man whose 2 pit bulls escaped and killed an 80-year-old man, and so he is being held on felony charges for that. To be fair, they would not post on the news a pit bull licked someone, so I feel that is a little loaded. Well, yeah, all dogs lick someone. That's not a newsworthy story. That's why they don't post on it. All dogs lick somebody. Not all dogs are mauling people to death. There is one breed that does almost all of the maulings. If you add the next 2 dogs combined, do not even come close to the amount of maulings that the pit bulls do. So the next 2 dogs were the Rottweilers and the German Shepherds. If you add their numbers together, they still fall way short of the maulings that one breed does, the American Pit Bull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless you don't believe the data. So some people then stop believing the data. They say, well, the data's not true. The data's a lie. All right, here we go. Pit bulls are also responsible for killing the most other pets. So if you have a pet dog, the likelihood of your dog being mauled by another animal goes way up if your neighbor has a pit bull, because pit bulls are known for killing other dogs. They kill a lot of other dogs. People say that data's biased. Well, yeah, because they don't want to believe it. Can I have a number? A strong jaws, why they're lethal. Trained right, they're the best home invasion. They're not the best home invasion protection. So the reason that police don't use pit bulls is because they choose German Shepherd, which is the much smarter dog, apparently. So German Shepherds are the choice to stop stuff like, utility, for example, the utility of the dog. So one thug says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good luck. So if you want a utility dog, the German Shepherd is the smarter and better trained one then. All right, Calvin. Wow, that was the second time that the hit came out on the first spot. So you can have the lethality of a pit bull, but the higher intelligence of a German Shepherd. No, I'd drop a German Shepherd. I guess that's true. I don't know. All right. If that was so accurate, I suppose the cops would choose a different dog, don't you think? You ever seen how those German Shepherds attack? They don't like get close to you and you're like, yeah, fist fighting with them. They jump like literally on you and they start tearing you to pieces, man. I've seen them catching a guy and it looked very painful. I'll just push him off. There we go. So they jump from like miles away and land on top of you. Start biting your ass. How much is a box of Disney? What's up, Mr. Thim? There's 16 packs in a box of Disney. So let's pick out the next card for the break. I like this one. This Rainbow Toxtricity is only 40 bucks. So that won't take many spots at all. Have you seen the Komodo dragon eat? I love watching Komodo dragons eat. It's so wild. They are very scary. I would not want to die that way. It looks super painful. They grab you and they whip you around. I mean, there's other lizards that do that too. But seeing a Komodo dragon do it to like a full-size deer is really wild. But yeah, I mean, you can watch lizards do that to like rodents, for example. That's their technique. They smack their... the lizard grabs you and then it flips his head back and forth and it just pummels you to death. And the Komodo dragon uses the same technique, but it's so big and so strong, it can do it to like a full-size deer, and it's absolutely crazy. Here we are. Oops. Okay, Jeremy. This is going to say 1 in 8, and I'm going to place you right in there if you want. If you don't want it, we can just erase it. That's your second spot, Jeremy. All right. Komodo dragons have the super infected saliva? Yeah, exactly. So they found that Komodo dragons don't just have like dirty saliva. It's literally venomous. They apparently develop their own venom. So if you get bitten by them, they inject you with it. Ever seen Mr. Eat Sardines? How much do the police dogs get paid? All right, here we are. So we have Mr. Jeremy Patterson, too many spots, 5 rebellion calls. We're going to look for those rebellion calls now. We got 1, 2. Okay. Where is my rebellious call? I do not know where it is. Let me go check in the closet. Now I'm in the closet. I'm in the closet too. And I pulled out my gun. Okay, I'm back. 1, 2, 3. 2. What? I thought this was America. Did you shoot your neighbor's dog? I didn't do anything to my neighbor's dog. We were there the other day and it was still alive, yipping and yapping. All right. I would never bother to do something like that to anyone's dog. If I had a problem with the neighbor's dog, I'd probably call the pound or something, pet control. I'd be like, my neighbor's dog is being real really. Yo, Jeremy. I am the kind of person who does not get in trouble because I don't do things that get me in trouble. Here's the lich. Okay. And Quadav. Okay. Elf. How come that Tiger King guy is allowed to have a pet tiger? Edgar. What if your neighbor owned a pet tiger? Would you feel comfortable raising kids next to him? Let's say he had a pet tiger in a caged yard. Would you just kind of always feel like, God, I hope that tiger doesn't come out and somehow break out of that yard and maul my kids to death and eat them? Would you feel that way? So let's say your neighbor didn't have a tiger, but they had the dog most well known for doing the most number of dog maulings, particularly on children and the elderly. Would that make you feel comfortable? I'd just say, you know, if I had the option, I would just choose for my neighbor to have a little chihuahua or something. I know chihuahuas could be ankle biters, but that's all they are. They're just ankle biters. So if I had the option to choose my neighbor, they would not own a pit bull. Why take the risk? You're just adding risk to your life. Boy, I hope this is one of the good ones. I hope this isn't one of the unlucky ones that decides to do a mauling. Jeremy Patterson. I wonder how many people were like big, you know, dog lovers, dog supporters, but just before their child was mauled. Because one of the interesting things about pit bull maulings, they happen when you do not expect it. So I was reading about this. A lot of owners said there was absolutely no reason for the dog to attack, and it didn't even indicate that it was going to attack. It just snapped. The other thing is, the majority of dog maulings occur to a family member. So if you're wondering about dog bite risks, your highest risk is your own dog. You know what I mean? So that's like the story. This was last year, and it was the couple who lost their children to the pet pit bull, right? Their own pit bull mauled their 2 children to death. And I think the mom died too, didn't it? I don't remember. That was last year, and it made national news when it happened. Here we go. The only dog worth loving is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Spectra Haunter, beautiful. That's so sad, says Breaks. That was, I'm pretty sure that was last year in 2022. Pet Pitbull kills mommy and 2 children. And it's actually their own Pitbull that did it. And there was no indication that the dog was aggressive. It just snapped. Just suddenly snapped. And so this is, when you read about their testimonies about what happened, this is the pattern you hear. They say, well, our dog loved us. We got along so well with him. There was no reason for him to snap. And they just did. Just like fully randomly. Like, how can you predict for that? Oh, hold on. Let's flip this one more time. Here we go. Umbreon. How come they're legal if they're so bad behaved? Well, they're illegal in a whole lot of places. Fig, are you crazy, Fig? You seen that woman who got her face ripped off by a chimpanzee? Well, yes. So you know what a face ripped off looks like. One of the things that I never forgot, I was on a Gore website. This would have been like almost 10 years ago at this point. No, it would have been about 8 years ago. And there's like a whole category for people who have been mauled by dogs. I never forgot this. It was a woman who had just been freshly mauled by a pit bull, and her entire face was missing. No nose, no eyeballs, no lips, just the whole front of the face, 100% gone. So that's another thing that they don't talk about. What does it actually look like when you have been mauled by the dog? So you weren't murdered, you were just mauled. Well, the dog, what do you think it does? It just chews your face off. So every time you look up the mauling victims, some of them are worse than others. Sometimes you just get some scars on your face. You might have your lips chewed off, and you look like a very different person when you lose your lips, because that's what they do. They chew your lips off. They also chew your nose off, and eventually they chew your eyeballs off. So you go blind, and you look like a creature from a scary movie. So that is the outcome of a dog mauling, whether it's from one breed or another. But it's a very horrific ending for you. Even if you weren't killed, you're horribly disfigured. You look like a mutant or something. You look like a gremlin at the end of it. So Jennifer says 2 packs of HoloLive Volume 2. You got it, Jen. You listening to my gruesome story, Jen? So disturbing. I'm quite attached to my face. People are so afraid of what can potentially hurt them, but don't look into the facts of proper training and handling. That's what every Pitbull owner says. But then you look up Pitbull news on Google, and there's a whole list of people who have been mauled and killed. So, I mean, it was another it was like the question I asked. Let's say you're raising kids. You're living in the suburbs. Your neighbor could have any dog, and you can choose the dog. Do you choose Pitbull? Not me. I'm going to choose Chihuahua, because the Chihuahua breaks free and bites my kid on the leg, maybe. If the Pitbull snaps for any reason, my kid's just dead. That's it. Or just barely, they're going to be mauled in some horrific way. So it's about the damage that they can actually deliver. So I don't care if I'm a great dog trainer. If my neighbor's not, I'm effed. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with that crap. And quite a few neighbors don't really like to be good dog trainers. That's just a fact. A lot of people get dogs and they don't care about all that. Here we are. So Miss Jennifer Yap, I'm sorry I called you Mister. We're going to place you right here. Why wait and find out if your neighbor is such a great trainer or that their dog's such a great personality? Mister, it's all conspiracy. Society needs a villain in the dog world. Are you denying the stories? I mean, what do you think? What do you think of those news stories where people died to Pitbull maulings? What do you think of those? How do they make you feel? Do you feel any compassion for the victims? Do you just feel like, well, I would have trained the dog better, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? A lot of neighbors do not train their dogs well. Dogs are just for fun for them. And you might train your dog well. That's fantastic. And yet, the majority of Pitbull attacks are from one's own family Pitbull. But also, so if you're going to live right next to one, how much you want to gamble that they actually trained it right? And how much do you want to gamble that that dog just has the right temperament, So if I had to choose, I just wouldn't do any gambling. I don't like to gamble. Jennifer Yap. Jennifer, you need to pull that special signature card now. That's the reason it's illegal to have certain animals as pets. Right, so in the cat world, you can have a domesticated kitty cat. All the other cats are banned. In the dog world, we have one breed of dog that does quite a few attacks every year. Even if they don't kill, they do a mauling. And they kill quite a few neighborhood pets. So those are killings. And they do the most dog killings by a lot compared to the other breeds. So a lot of places just ban them, and then people very passionately defend pit bulls. And I don't know if there will ever be an argument that sounds convincing enough to them. Maybe they have to like watch a mauling or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what will reach them in their souls. You know what I mean? They'll go, well, my pit bull. Francis Cruz says 1XY Evo. But maybe that's part of what convinced me was I actually went to a website and saw what a mauling, fresh mauling really looked like. It was pretty incredible. I tell people that with driving cars. Before driving a vehicle, you should have to see what it looks like when someone gets in a wreck and gets utterly destroyed by that wreck. And then you should get behind the wheel of the car after you've seen that. Because I feel like people would just drive safer if they saw reality. And this might be true in other regards, you know. Here's some insight. A neighbor of mine has 3 kids and had 2 pits. The pits are gone now. Maybe the pit bulls weren't getting along with the kids and they caught onto it and decided, hey, we don't want to risk this. Humans kill more for no reason than pit bulls do. So what are you suggesting, Mike? You want to get rid of all the humans too? I mean, I'm down for getting rid of the dangerous humans if they're going to cause trouble for me. But I don't put dog and human on the same, you know, so dog's beneath human. It always will be. And if you put them on the same level, you're like one of those crazy people that puts dogs on the same level as humans. Like they're not even slightly close. Humans are way, 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 way above them. You know, they have consciousness. They have an equality to me in that sentience or whatever the word is. And dogs are, to me, they're an animal. Like I eat chickens and I don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? So dogs are like in that same category, but I don't eat them. Francisco Cruz. I'm not looking to eat them either, but I'm just saying they're not. Some people I think they get really strange about animals. Let's see. No matter what you say, mister, you're wrong to the fanboys. Yeah, I don't know if there's any kind of convincing argument. Here we are. Mister, you got to own a dog to understand. When I was young, we owned many dogs, and they loved me, by the way. The dogs liked me the best. I was the favorite for those dogs. We owned dog after dog after dog. So I've owned a dog before. I have plenty of dog experience. How you treat man's best friend? Like a chicken you don't eat. Well, they do eat dogs in some places, don't they? So dogs get eaten in some places. Somebody else came up with that term, man's best friend. I didn't come up with that term. No animal is my best friend. It's an animal. Alex Veneration, to Mario Hanafuda. You ready? Here goes. Cats are not my best friend. Dogs are not my best friend. Humans can be my best friend because they're human. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. I trust my pit bull more than most humans Monday through Sunday. Here we go. Economist, what's the max weight of a pit bull since you know so much? I don't know. That sounds like a trick question. Here we go. Do I need to know how much a pit bull weighs in order to understand the mauling statistics? Wow, that's a really good card. Look at this one, guys. Alex, I like this one a lot. There we go. I consider my cat my kid, to be honest. Except it's not your kid, right? It's some other cat's kid, and your kid would actually have to be like related to you by blood. Alex Veneration. That is somebody else's kid. So that is a mistake in your thinking. It's like it's in your imagination, but it's not true. And I know people can do a lot in their imagination. In fact, that's a subject that we talk a lot about these days because people really like to live in their imagination these days. It's too bad living in your imagination. Typically, it's going to lead to a bad outcome, in my opinion. Alex, you got a bag, right? They emasculated Mario in the new movie and made him a simp to Peach. Mario was always a simp. I'm not a fan of pit bulls, but I don't own one, nor would I. Animals are animals. People need to remember that. Absolutely. Yeah, animals are animals. We eat them. We eat animals. We are an animal. Humans are an animal. All right, let's see. Let's see. Can you ship those with my order? 2 Mario, 1 Super Mario, 1 Disney. I have some PSA cards returned. Last name Veneration. Can you ship those with this order? So I will pay shipping. Just let me know. Sounds good, man. Here, let me get the rest of your order together, and I'll get you a new bag. So, 1 Super Mario. Great time to be opening Mario cards with the new movie out. 1 Disney. I don't eat the animals I can understand. Did you know pigs are actually smarter than dogs? Or at least of equal intelligence? You eat pig, don't you? A lot of people eat pig. Maybe all pets should be illegal. When you think about it, maybe they should be free to do their own thing. Less than 8% of real pits. Here we go. You ready? All right. Pigs are super smart. I don't eat pig. All right. Mario and Luigi. It's a me, Luigi. Wahoo. Pigs can eat anything. It's crazy. They can eat this booty. You got Red Yoshi. He's a communist. Those damn communists. All right. And last but not least, Jasmine and Frozen Let It Go. Let it go. Let it go. God, I hate that song. Let it go. Let it go. Are there any pets that can survive or can't survive in the wild? They devour humans in seconds. Who are you talking about? Don't let Mister get a pet pig. That pig gonna be eating booty. No pets for me. No more pets. I like having no pets. You get a really clean home if you have no pets in them. Actually, funny story. Tonight, so is the shipping just $9? That's correct. Unless you're international. Are you international? As long as you're in the USA, $9. Zelle check. Time to do a Zelle check. All right, I'll set this here for now. Mister needs a truffle pig. It's the pet that works. All right, so next up, Alexander Figueroa wants a Disney 100. Okay, so I'm letting you do this out of order, so I'm going to open a fresh box and pull from that, okay? Is that all right? Just be sure that your address is up to date, okay, Mr. Veneration? Also, in the notes, let me know if it's a PSA return that you're having me ship. I think you said that in the first note that it was. There we go. 1 Disney. I'm a foxkin. I'm a foxkin fairy forest. New pull because of out of order. Yeah, I'm letting you cut the line. I'm letting you go first. It's actually technically not your turn, but yeah. Taking care of your Zelle order. And whoop, there we are. So that whenever people jump, he says, wait. What do you mean, wait? There you go. How could you? All we did was pull you from a different box. That's all we did. Yeah, it's not like you're getting worse pulls than anyone else. It's the same pulls. It's just that if the next pull were Steamboat Willie, for example, the guy who should have gone next would get real annoyed. He'd be like, that should have been my Steamboat Willie. So we're not interrupting his pull. He's still going to get his pull in the correct order. We're letting you jump the line, so you get a pack further in the box. He says, I guess. Well, yeah, you just jumped the line, so you wouldn't get the next pack anyways. If you had to wait your proper turn, then you wouldn't get this, the next pack. There we go. I just explain that so other people understand how I keep things fair. There we go. It's important for people to understand I do keep things fair. Next up, we have Michael Schron. In fact, so this next guy, he was actually supposed to go before you. And it says right here he's ordering 10 Disney packs. So this is very important to not make sure that you don't jump ahead of him. That's my Steamboat Willie. I'm pissed. Here's 5 of these. Is that his name? Was it Steamboat Willie or Steamboat Mickey? Back when Disney was racist. Well, OG Bops, I believe everyone was racist, right? Couldn't you argue people are still racist today, too? Let it go, let it go. Why don't you just let it go, buddy? Original Disney's way better than the new Disney. I wholeheartedly agree. They had morals to their stories. The stories feel timeless. These new ones just feel like cheap CGI, and I don't like them at all. Left him froze like Elsa. Let it go, let it go. Blech. That's me throwing up. Blech. There was so much wrong with Frozen. Like, the characters feel semi-sexualized anyway, so if you want to be a super liberal progressive, they still feel like they were made for the male gaze. You know, the huge eyeballs and all this crap. They absolutely butchered the original story, which is far more complex and interesting than the version of the story we got. The one girl is supposed to marry the bad guy, and she just rushes right into getting married to him. Oh, what do you know? He turns out to be bad. But then she just gets into the next relationship with the next guy. There's the weird scene with the trolls, you know, and I feel like the trolls are depicted as sort of like this lesser folk. It's like, oh, I get it, the tribal people, right? Huh? You know what I mean? Oh, there's the scene for the colored people. Everything about the show just irked me in one way or another. But then also just this sort of feeling that let it go, let it go. That's the most annoying, excuse me, that's the most annoying feeling of all. I don't know what emotion's being expressed there, but it's like hyper annoying for me, that feeling. Whatever that is. Oh, and this stupid guy. Here we are. He's the comedic relief. He's right behind me, isn't he? So he's the comedic relief. But, you know, it is written for children, so it's not a big deal. Was there a comedic relief character in... was there? I'm not sure. Maybe there was. They had a colored guy in Frozen 2. I didn't even see Frozen 2. So for those of you who want some context to what we're talking about, I stopped watching Disney movies after Frozen. I was so disappointed with it. Here's Peter Pan. Here's Minnie. Yeah, I think watching it, I know it wasn't written for me, and yet there was still something about it that made me go, this is not the company I remember, and I'm out of here. Here we go. Saying colored is kind of racist. Come on now. Well, what are you supposed to say? What's not racist? Ethnic people. Must have got so angry with Olaf. Yeah, I don't even remember their names. I don't remember their names. Means you can stop moaning. I'm moaning. Mr. Secretly watches Turning Red. That's the one with the girl that's like sassy or something, right? And conservatives got very upset by the sassiness. Here we are. Let's see what we got. We got Spider-Man. Jack Sparrow. Did you know I didn't really like Pirates of the Caribbean either? I felt like this was very much for... This character inspired all these really creepy guys to dress up as him. I never really liked this actor or any of the shows he was in. The Panda Girl, which is a play on words for her period. Oh, I see. I understand criticizing movies. Sometimes you got to watch a movie for the entertainment, not necessarily assigning a political agenda to it. Well, I do watch a movie for the entertainment, like exclusively. And so I'm listening to it and getting quickly annoyed with it because I don't like what I'm watching. I remember him from Court Case. Johnny Depp, that's his name, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp had the Amber Heard trial, and oh, what do we got? Oh, wow, you picked up Jasmine. Holy hoochie mommies. Here we go. Beautiful, man. Congratulations. That's from Michael Schrawn. All right, I like this, Michael. Here we are. Let's see. We got Donald Duck. Wham. You can find wrong with any movie, really. Opinions are strong. Yeah, well, exactly. Everything's subjective, isn't it? And sometimes people like to hear opinions, and sometimes the opinions become overwinded and annoying. Let it go, let it go. We don't even need men. Here's Pinocchio. Loved Pinocchio, by the way. Pinocchio's a real classic. A real boy. I'm a real boy. You're not a real boy. Here we go. Hey, mister, what did you think about A Nightmare Before Christmas and A Corpse Bride? Nightmare Before Christmas has excellent music. It also has really unique style, but then I eventually get annoyed with how people make it like their whole personality. Corpse Bride I watched one time. It was in the style of Nightmare Before Christmas. I remember feeling very bored with it and not really caring. So I watched it one time and did not like it. But Nightmare Before Christmas is just okay. But the musical numbers are pretty good. I like the music. Good job. There we go. Yeah, that's Tim Burton. All right, Tim Burton. He does a pretty good job. He's got some great movies under his belt. So find my missing slabs that John is not able to look for. If you can confirm, I have a $40 credit from 12.5. Let me go looking. So what are we looking for? Michael Schrawn. Give me a second. So over here, I have all, here's a Michael Hoban, of these cards. Ray. I do not see a $40 credit for Michael Schrawn. So I got all these here. And if I go through them, Michael Schrawn did not show up. But let me check one more time. Mister, you didn't like Johnny Depp and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? No. That's a goofy question, right? Like, you just goofing? That movie was terrible, right? Did you watch Coraline? I did watch Coraline. That one was okay. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie was absolutely awful. Alex, Andrew Poe. Terrible. I was asking myself, why did they even bother making this? It was like just so that Johnny Depp could be weird or something. All right, I could not find a $40 credit in the store credit box. Will these cards come out in English? Maybe. Three's a Company. Will these cards come out in English? I like Depp and Blow. What about the original Willy Wonka? That's amazing. The original Willy Wonka is a treasure. Excellent movie. Definitely recommend. So Michael Schrawn, John's having trouble locating these slabs, and so I'm going to go searching for them, and if we can't find them, we're definitely going to resolve this for you in a way that keeps you happy, okay, Michael? Michael, I didn't see the $40 credit. You know, if you're if you're going back in time and you found a $40 credit, what might have happened back in time is you might have been aware that you had a $40 credit and you might have spent it, and then you might have forgot that you spent it. Because you're talking about quite a while ago. You're saying that's back in December. And it is easy to forget those little details. I heard that they won't come out in English because they didn't have license for them in an English release. Most likely this will not be released in English because Lorcana is right around the corner. Here we are. We're going to find your slabs, or we're going to replace them in a way that makes you happy. Forrest Gump sucked big ones. John suggested he misshipped them, but I don't know if he actually did, because then he said that he misshipped them to you, which I didn't think made any sense. Studio Ghibli has some class. Oh yeah, Studio Ghibli. The Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Holy F, dude, that music blows my mind, and it matches the story really well. Loved Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Really long title, but to this day, it's some of the best music scoring I've ever heard for any movie. Really mind-blowing. Of course, I watched Spirited Away. That was really good, too. I wouldn't say, like, I loved it, but it was really good. Howl's Moving Castle. That was really good. That actually might be my favorite one by him. The Howl's Moving Castle. There's something about it very magical. There were some other ones too, though, weren't there? There was the one with the wolves and the girl with the mask. Princess Mononoke, that's what it was. That was pretty good too. Yeah, he's got a lot of great stories, but I think the Howl Moving Castle ends up being my favorite. I don't know why. They're very clever ideas, like the girl aging backwards and what actually was the plot of the movie? He swallowed a star, right? And then he has to, like, save the world from a war or some crazy thing like that, right? I can't remember, actually. Yeah, I don't remember. It's been too long since I've watched it. I don't actually remember. Nothing beats Hans Zimmer in Interstellar. Yeah, Hans Zimmer also wrote the music in... he wrote music for Lion King. So he's done some really impressive stuff over time. I'm saying the timestamps and notes from all transactions, so I'm sure you'll find it. Timestamps and notes from all transactions, so I'm sure you'll find it. Well, if you're talking about... Oh, you're talking about the slabs? Are you talking about the slabs? Legendary Gambler Tetsuya. Clockwork Orange was a good one. Sleeping on a Grave of the Fireflies. I never actually watched that one, the Grave of the Fireflies. Batman, Han's Room. Okay, let's keep moving. So Jeffrey Yang says, ship my bag in TCC slabs. I should have about 12. Thank you, Jeffrey. Telling me how many is really useful because it tells me how much postage we need. No, I've never seen Frailty. You know what's funny? I didn't fully watch Clockwork Orange. My friend wanted me to watch it, and I watched pieces of it, but I don't think I watched enough to quite understand all the details. There we go. I probably should watch it someday. All right, Jeffrey. I like the name of it right away, Clockwork Orange. Very memorable sounding name. What about Shawshank Redemption? Oh, yeah, that movie was super boring. I didn't like that at all. With Morgan Freeman and that other guy. Very boring. The one guy sneaks out the pipe or whatever. A hole in the wall. Very, very boring. Okay, here we are. It's a great story. I fell asleep during the story. I mean, here, we can do Shawshank Redemption clip notes. Schmoop, Shawshank Summary. Andy Dufresne, the young, successful vice president of a major bank, finds his life take a serious detour after... Oh, okay, and there we go. We were blocked. We're not allowed to read anymore. God damn, dude. It's because I've got the ad blocker. Well, I tell you what, I won't make you guys suffer through the cliff notes, but one of the things I've learned about stories, movies, is you can just read the whole movie in like 5 minutes and be done with it. You don't have to sit there for 3 hours and watch them act. Alex Veneration, 1 Mario Hanafuda. You got it. 1 Mario Hanafuda. Just lost all movie reviews rights with that comment. Boondock Saints. If Lorcana is smart and makes chase foils and alt cards, it will boom even more. Disney needs to be on their A game for sure. So, oh, nice. You got the Boo card. That's awesome, man. Take a look at these Hanafuda cards, guys. They're so cool. Do you like horror movies? Yeah, so my favorite genre, if you didn't know, my favorite genre is the horror genre. I could watch those all day long. Even bad horror films, I could still watch them. I don't get to watch any more horror films. My wife cannot handle them. I do not get any sexy time for like a week if she watches a scary movie and it's actually scary. So I get no sexy time. So as a result of that, I ban myself from scary movies. But that is my favorite genre. One Disney. She's not capable of being in the mood if she has watched a scary movie. 1 Super Mario. It puts her into like a the world's gonna get me kind of mood. All right, here we go. Do you like slasher gore or jump scare? I like them all. I like all scary movies. Love scary movies. Could watch them all day. They don't even have to have a good story. Doesn't matter. I'm just watching it for the awfulness. I'm watching to see a bunch of people die. That's why I'm watching. Okay, Alex Veneration. Love them. What about The Godfather? I watched The Godfather. I thought it was pretty boring. Oops. I let you into my home. I let you eat with my family. Or something like that. I remember the horse head scene was kind of shocking, and I quickly got over that. I was like, all right, horse head, whoa. All right. That was probably the highlight of the whole movie was the horse head. I love Parabones. Look how cool that is. I like scary movies, like demonic. Yeah, I love the demonic ones, all of them, 100% of them. Exorcisms. You should watch some horror shorts on YouTube. The Ballerina. Girls Running and Falling in all horror movies. Yeah, I just don't watch any horror movies anymore because I can't share them with my wife. Oh, wow, you got double Marios. Check that out. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. So you got both versions. Very good. And you got the Boo Hanafuda. Very nice. You got a little white speck on them. Oh, no, that was the sleeve. Okay, cool. Wow, stacking up to do pretty good. Mistress needs to see the Mario movie. I know. Don't spoil it for me if you want me to see it. I'm sure it's a me, Mario, as Chris Pratt, and Mario does the Mario thing, and Princess Peach is Princess Peach. The end. You know what I mean? Here we go, Alex Veneration. So I'm not like jumping up and down to go watch it, but I know my wife will enjoy going to the movie theater, so I should take her. Here we are, Alex Veneration. Wow, dude, you did well on the Hanafudas. Yeah, a lot of the best ones. Actually, I think there's just a lot of cool Hanafuda cards in there, so it's hard to do badly with them. Spoilers, Mario's in it. Yeah. How could you? Oh, hold on. We're shipping now, Mr. Alex Veneration. So he says, here's the shipping for the cards and PSA return. All right, you got it, man. So let me log in, and we're going to get to your name. I'm into werewolf movies. Dog Soldier is my favorite one. Halle Berry is Princess Peach. Halle Berry is Princess Peach. The new Evil Dead movie looks scary. I love scary movies. Absolutely love them. All right, so we're logging in. Okay, I see you have an address that begins with number 8, Mr. Alex. Let's grab your email. Okay, we got your email. Dump it over here. And now let's get you some shipping. We're going to go with the priority shipping, I think, for this one. I speak the truth, Charlie Day, who is playing Luigi. Thank you, mister. Can't wait to see my slabs after 2 years. Love all. I also love horror movies. Do you? Oh, it's such a pity that my wife is too sensitive to watch them. She is like this kind of person who has a hard time separating imagination from reality. Like, she knows what's imagination and she knows what's reality. Like, in her mind, she knows. But what she sees affects her so strongly. It's like she can't stop it from affecting her. So if she watches a scary movie, to her it's like really happening, and so it really messes her up. And it's very interesting because I'm not like that at all. Like, I could watch it all day long and I'll be like, yeah, that was scary, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's part of what makes it possible to enjoy them, is you just watch them and it doesn't, you know, the next day you're not thinking about it. Or maybe you are. Ooh. So next up, we did Alex Veneration's order. Let's check the Zells just to be sure there's no Zells. I don't think we have any new Zells. Very good. Next up, click out of here and refresh. Oh, well, you know, we're out of orders. All right, guys, there's no more orders. And so what that means is we need to entertain you with something else that's fun. Why don't we price up some slabs? Why don't I find some, you know, we clearanced the UFC pack. I wonder if I can find other oddball things. I bet you I can. This room's full of oddball things. I'm going to go find something and price it up. Let me grab it for you. Actually, I see something right here. This will work. Got some weird stuff all the time. All right, what do we got here? Do you have the slab cases on hand? Some people are curious if the Hanafuda will slide around. No, I don't have them on hand. Here we are. I'd have to go get one. So I got a Fortnite Series 3 and these weird Mandalorian things that I got for free. The Dawn of Z Legends pack, which goes right here. There we go. Fortnite Series 3, huh? 6 packs per box. Okay. So which one is this? There's like all these different variations of them. Is this like a whole box of them, or is it like one pack of them? Weird. All right, so a price for this box. There's no waiting time if you'd like to open some cards. So this is going to be $20. Is it really $20? Yeah, we're going to go with, I'm going to make it $24 actually. There we go. So this whole box is $24 if you'd like to open that. Now, how about this guy? Journey of the Child 2020 trading cards. Exclusive 32 complete set featuring the child from Season 1 of The Mandalorian. I got no clue about this. What the F is this? This has been with me since we were living at the other house. Star Wars Mandalorian Journey of the Child box. Let me look up sealed. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do about 30 for each of these, I think. So, and I don't have any restocks on these 3 items if you want it, okay? So kind of let everyone know if you're opening it. If somebody already bought this, let everyone know that you bought it, so like 5 people don't try to buy it. So that's fun. These are the same box, by the way. It's just that this one's flipped around. I don't even know what's in here. I've got no clue. It just says 32 card set featuring the child from Season 1. Okay. Cool. I tried buying the Fortnite box, Ryan Shapiro. There you go, guys. Okay, so we just reset. Let me get a refresh going, actually. There we go. So Ryan Shapiro, Fortnite box. Okay. Ryan Shapiro with the Fortnite box. So this is 30. Leave it there, maybe. I'll put this one nearby. There's numbered cards in some of these Star Wars boxes and autos. Ooh, nice. So funny that this has been with me for so long that it's finally going somewhere. Ooh, Michael Ragonin, you just missed this. Ryan Shapiro beat you to it. Okay, got some kind of... Oh, what? Wow, the promo's actually probably worth it just for that promo. Why do they seem unusually cheap? That doesn't seem like that's right. It's weird because the Series 1 packs are really expensive. I don't know when I bought this. I think I used to sell these. Cut them off. Sent for the Star Wars box, says Jeremy. Nice. So what do we got here? We got Rainbow Girl. Okay, pack number 1. All right, there were only 2 boxes of The Mandalorian. If it's sold out, then it's sold out, okay, guys? So don't try to over-purchase it. Because I don't want to have to give you all star credit. You won't like that. Okay, so these are flipped over. You guys love new things. You know, we got all this stuff on the menu, but you've seen it. You know what I mean? So what you love is when we got something new. I know that because whenever we do get something new, you guys go crazy. Oh, look at that. You got the bunny outfit. Cool, man. Okay, bunny outfit. Okay. I do like dude things, says Cheese. Cheese, are you okay? Okay, next pack. What do we got here? Oh, that's kind of cool. Isn't this character popular? Why do I feel like this character is popular? Oh, you said new. Man, this music's so good. All right, 2 more packs to go for the Fortnite guy. Very cool, very cool. Mr. Jeremy and I took both boxes. All right, the boxes of Mandalorian are gone. That's the skin variant of the Skull Trooper. I don't know this stuff. All right, that was for you, Ryan Shapiro. Now you got a big fat bag, and you didn't even have to spend much money for it. Are you up here? Is there even going to be room for you, Ryan? Do you play Fortnite? Long time ago when Fortnite came out, I downloaded it for the Xbox and I played like 1 game of it. I hated it a lot, so I deleted it and never played it again. It was just like a shooter game with, you know, cartoony graphics, but the idea of like the Battle Royale just didn't appeal to me. I didn't like the Battle Royale. So your bag's really fat now. It's with the bulk from this and the bulk from these. And I don't think you're going to fit in this box anymore. Yeah, you don't fit in the box anymore. What do we got back here? 1122. I have over 6,000 hours played in Fortnite. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. Bruh, Mr. is a noob boomer. I played it. I thought it was just okay. That great game earned me so much money. Okay. Hopefully not store credit, said Ryan Shapiro. Jeremy Patterson says, I'll take a Star Wars box. Jeremy Patterson. All right, Jeremy, let's see what's inside of these. You know what's funny, Jeremy? Even I don't know what's in these. Even I do not know what is in these. Nope. Oh, okay. All right, very interesting. So this is all for Jeremy Patterson, and it's like 1 really big fat booster pack. Movie scenes. Lots of movie scenes. Tons of movie scenes. All right, here we go. What do we got? So I think these are the hits in the back, right? The child. The force is strong with this little one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 Collect all 5. I don't know if that was good or not. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Y'all mad because you can't build. It's okay, I'll teach you for the right price, says OG Bops. I think I have about 170 days of playtime or so, and about 4,000 in price money earned, so not so shabby. Look at the green card. I don't see this on the menu. It's sold out. Yes, this is not on the menu at all. These are just some random, you know, I just grabbed some weird random stuff in the room to open because there were no more orders. And weirdly enough, when something's like unique, it just sells. Somebody just buys it. They're like, yeah, I'll buy that. What's the new mini slab? Oh yes, the new mini slab. There's 8 spots, and it is a rainbow rare, graded PSA 10 of toxicity. So it's $40 slab. Should be over here, right? Oh, where'd it go, actually? Is it not over there? Should have set it down just over there. We are very nice, huh? Now, for all these, I honestly do not want to slab every one of these. If there was some way to slab like 4 or 5 at a time, maybe. It's a lot of cards. And I do not know if these are all worth grading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 at a time. What's up, Jesse Ransom? How many spots left on the LUGIA break? 10? 11 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's some kind of green card back there. Damn, nobody wants poor Lugie. Yeah, it's kind of surprising, actually, because I sold a bunch of those Lugies already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Can you leave mine in that baggie? As in, don't open them at all? Well, I don't even know if you'll get them, Jen, because there were only 2 boxes of it, and somebody else might have got it first. So this is for Jeremy Patterson. Okay, Jeremy. Let's find your bag. Yeah, one of the guys who shipped out, right? Give me a second. The green is the hit. Oh, okay. Mr. Jeremy, you're going to have a really fat bag that we have nowhere to put it now. Like, dude, this table is so bad right now. It's crazy. It is crazy. There is not enough room for all this stuff. I need to devise, like, some new system, maybe. Not being able to watch scary movies anymore because of the wife. I feel like I've lost something that I really love. Oh, here it is. That's the new break card. Okay, so after Jeremy, oh, it is Jennifer Yap, in fact. So Jennifer Yap did buy the other one. Jennifer, so you want me to leave it sealed? Is that what she said? If I got it, just leave it in the bag. Thanks. We can do that. Okay. You sound like you need bigger tables. Something. No, she means open it and then don't sleeve it. Is that what you meant, Jennifer? What did you mean? We are. Because they're in one packaging, just save some time. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do you want me to still open them, though? Oh, my back's kind of hurting. I was pretty active today. Today we were playing badminton in our own backyard. It was a really great feeling. If you open, you need to sleeve. Up to you. Okay, so you would like to leave it like this then. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Who will inherit all your Pokemon? Right now, nobody, I guess. So hopefully I don't die in my sleep. Hopefully that cough doesn't kill me. Thank you, Jennifer. Cool, cool. All right. I believe I saw Michael Ragonin. Fortnite Series 3. You missed that, Michael. I'm sorry. Okay, and this is going to be $24. That's the Star Wars box content. 1 pack. Cheese will inherit. Mr. Me, I will take over all your cards. Imagine Mr. having the bags on a rotating conveyor belt and being able to just order bag name. Would be expensive, but super cool. Yes. Michael. You just have the wife send it all to me, mister. There we go. Very nice. I wonder if I can find some other weird stuff for you guys. So we found those pretty quickly, and they just got snatched. Let's see if there's any other weird things. I'm looking around me to get started. Stand up for a moment. Weird things. How about... Here's something, but I don't know if anyone would want it. I was buying from a guy that was handing these out for free, and I got 2 of them. And I never told you guys I had these. Look at this. Sun Devils, Arizona State University. 2015 Collegiate Trading Cards. I got no clue what to do with these. I never made them for sale. Let me see if they have a price. Panini. Okay, and I'm gonna say box, I guess. Yeah, so there's no box like the type that I've got. I've got some kind of large box of them. There's smaller boxes of it. Let's see how many cards are in the smaller box. What is that? Arizona college cards? Yeah, so the box that I have, I don't see it. Oh, I see it. It's upside down. It's supposed to be like this. I don't know, actually. Sun Devil? I believe this is football. I'm not sure, actually. Arizona State alumni. Yeah, I got these for free, and I never sold them. What do you guys think of that? I have no clue. Burn them. Nasty football. Nasty hobbitses. Yeah. But I'd be willing to let these go for a lower price. I just don't know what they'd be worth. How many packs? Well, it says that there's 24 packs per box. Would you guys like me to make them available on the menu? Would you actually open them? How did you get them for free? Yeah, so I was making some rather large purchases with a guy, and he tossed these in for free. Sends an order for fusions. Oh, let me go open those fusions for him, guys. So those are those Sun Devils. $4 a pack, says Funko. I think I'd sell them for $3 a pack. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not trying to make a ton of money on something like that. I'm just be happy to get rid of it, to be honest. It sits on my shelf collecting dust, and when we move, we've got to move that too. You know, it's got to be like picked up. I would pay $4. Bamsky says, new bag, first time. Nice to meet you, Bamsky. Glad we got a new guy tonight. So, tonight you're opening 4 fusion packs and getting a new bag. Very short wait time for you, Bamsky. Here we go. All right. $2 if I cut them. If you cut them, that's 10. No, it's got to be $3, I think. Got to be $3. Here's Pikachu. I'll make those available for $3. You can order now. Order now if you're interested in trying 1 or 2 of them. I'll buy a box, says Uncle Mike. Well, there's 24 packs in a box, and I'm offering them at $3 a pack. So if you want a whole box of them, just do that math real fast. Similar boxes go for $25 to $40 a box. Really? Because I couldn't find any. I looked for it. Maybe you found them on another website or something. I mean, there's these weird, like, it's a totally different box. It doesn't say 24 packs on it. Oh, wait. Is this a 24-pack box? Maybe, hold on. Oh, here's a listing where you can swap between them. Oh, so it's rather cheap, actually. All right, hold on. It's not an expensive thing at all. According to this, I should want to sell them for around $40 maybe? $40, and then I'll ship it to you for, if you buy the whole box, ship it to you for, I don't know, I guess the regular $9. Amazon's $35. Okay, so $40 is pretty close then, because you probably pay taxes on Amazon, I imagine. All right, so my prices are very far off. I can open it right here, though, if you want to see what's in them. Andrew Hernandez. Nice to meet you, Andrew. You guys think about that. I'm going to take a piss because I'm pissed. I've been drinking too much tea. So I'm going to go piss on my hands, and then I'll come back and handle your cards, okay? Don't worry, I always wash my hands, though. Raise your price, says Corn Rules. Andrew, you go in an AN box. Cool. This AN box is really full. Let's get you in a different one. We're going to do the lower box. Field trip? You want to come with me? Come with me in the bathroom while I take a piss? All right, no, you're not going to come with me. Take us, do a show and tell. I'll do a rotate on the cards, and you can determine that you don't want any of these because these aren't flying off the shelves, so to speak. Here's gold. Here's Poly Swag. LUGIA. That's pretty cool, actually. LUGIA is kind of nice. Actually, I'm surprised the LUGIA hasn't gone. $30 for a LUGIA 10, everybody. All right, you guys enjoy this music. I'm going to go take a piss. That's what you do when you're pissed. You go, I'm pissed. Oh. All right, I have returned with my clean hands. Let me get some more weird stuff for you guys. Let me get some more weird stuff. So here's some. So what I've got for you, got some weird stuff. Is it too late to order? Not at all. Send it in order. So here's some stuff. A single pack of VMAX. And these two weird gym cards. Those are some kind of promos. Pokemon Go. Oh, that's just a regular Pokemon Go promo. Okay. And then, I don't know about this one. Pokemon Card Gym. Weird. They stopped the shooting? What? Who stopped the shooting? Click on this. Let's see what we got. Christine says, give me one of those Fool's Ball. And one Mario, and one to drill the Zard. Oh, Christine. Christine's donating $1 to get that Zard drilled. Fool's Ball. You mean the one we were talking about doing it for $4? I think I'm going to sell it by the box. If anyone's interested in the whole box. I'll take the gem. Hold on. One Mario. One Mario what? Christine, what do you mean by one Mario? Tell me what Mario product you want. There were a lot of good rookie players that came from Arizona State football team. Oh, cool, man. It's an older box from 2015. It could be fun to open. I was going to sell it by the box. A janitor stopped a mass shooting. Nice. Damn, dude. Funko says, well, how much is the gym? I got no clue. Yeah, I don't know what to price the gym at, but I know that Christine Andrews wanted one Mario, but I don't know what... The new Mario? Okay, cool, okay. So you're going to get the next one. Looks like you got Bullet Bill. All right, so you're... what is it called again? It's called Mario HANAFUDA. Yeah, look at it again. Some explosion killed 20,000 cows overseas. Jesus. Some crazy news, man. There's always some crazy news out there. HANAFUDA. Close that up. Okay. Are those painted? No, I think it's a sort of wrap. It's really, really, really nice looking. It makes you feel like you're holding on to a Japanese painting. These are gradable by PSA, if you didn't know that. Actually, John and I need to try grading one very soon. They might have slept with his mom. What are those HANAFUDAs? These are HANAFUDAs. Okay, so she also wanted one to drill the Zard. We did that. And what if I gave you this pack here for the to replace the foosball? The foosball. Is cuz corn is... What? What is he talking about? So this is my only pack of VMAX. And we'll do $10 on this. Just give me another Mario, please. Sounds good. These Marios are real cute. Okay, another Mario. Let's see what you get this time. So I reached in and got you... Oh, look at that. Chain Chomp. All right, you got a couple HANAFUDAs going in there. And then for this guy, let's do... I don't know. I don't know what's in these, honestly. I only have one of them, so let everyone know if you're buying it, guys, because it's like, I don't want 5 people to try and buy this. Did you ship your jumbo cards to PSA? Just cardboard slabs and pray? No, I have not. That I've not done. All right, well, we're out of orders. There are no more orders. We're all caught up. What do you guys think? Wrap up early tonight? It's like 3:30. We can wrap up 30 minutes early. I don't care. How did you ship your jumbo cards to PSA? Just cardboard slabs and pray. Oh, you're asking how did I ship my jumbo cards? I haven't shipped them yet. Sent for the VMAX pack. Okay. Let me set this to the side. What's the silver pack? Some kind of promo pack. I got no clue, to tell you the truth. I got that for free from someone. Sometimes when you place a big order, they'll toss you a free pack or something. So we have a Jose Maldonado with 4 packs of Scarlet Violet. You got it, man. Can you slab up my jumbo cards? I can't, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have the equipment for that. I may have to get the promo, so Funko PDX. Jumbo cards? Oh, you go to Funko. What are you saying? All right, Jose Maldonado. I sent an order, and I got the gym pack. All right, the gym pack's gone, guys. Don't try to buy it twice. Here's Slow Bro. I sent 28. 1, 2, 3. Are you saying the $28 includes the gym pack? Is that what you're saying? Because that would maybe make sense, I think. 4 packs. Oh, I see. Yes, but you didn't put it in the description. I got you now. All right, here's Magnezone. So the gym pack sold. No, I got the gym pack. No, I'm afraid Jose Maldonado actually did get that gym pack, so it's going to go to him. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Those promo from tournaments. All right, there it is. You got a trainer. Wow. Not a wild one. Sorry, Jose Maldonado. It'd been cool if it was. Wow. Looking for a Jose Maldonado. New bag? Is this a new bag situation? All right, let's see. Are you up here? Yes, new bag time. There you go. I got a very nice jumbo vintage card. Don't know how to send a PSA since they don't make giant semi-rigids. Yeah, gonna have to find a method. Definitely gonna have to find some kind of method. There we go, new bag. Christine Andrews says $4 for the promo. Oh my gosh, you just missed it. He did in fact send an additional $4 for that promo. I'm sorry. Oh good, I missed that. Oh, that's a good point, Christine. Yeah, you dodged a trainer. Very nice Koro Mewtwo Strikes Back. Oh cool, man. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, guys, be sure to join our Discord server. We have a show and tell channel. You can show people your cool cards. McNeil Magda Ong says VMAX pack. Okay, McNeil Magda Ong. New English prize packs. Some big hits in those. English prize packs. What are you referring to? Here we are. I'm happy I missed it. Yeah, exactly. Now, how about... Whoa. Oh, yeah, this started out with the holo normally, right? Oh, it did. Okay. All right, nothing wild in this pack. I was crossing my fingers for you, Mr. McNeil. You never know. We appreciate your sacrifice so that we could know what was in that pack. They are prize packs handed out during a tournament. Oh, that's cool. Prize packs, huh? Need to get a hold of some of those. Joseph Whitman Evans Jr. 4 Fusion Strike. First time breaker. I need a bag. Oh, you're new too, and you ordered Fusion Strike. That's interesting. Okay, this is for Jordan Whitman Evans. What's up, man? The other day, a viewer graded the random Star Wars sketch card. It's from Topps Card Star Wars Journey to Episode 4. Value. Oh, are you trying to say which card it actually is? You know, if you were to get that information at John, Topps Card Star Wars Journey to Episode 4 value box. You can find another 4 packs. Let's see. John's the one that needs to know that. I figure he will figure it out on his own, but he might struggle. Can you find another fun 4 pack? You mean like just an oddball pack? I mean, I could go looking. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Mr. Joseph pulling Bolton in just 4 packs. You did a good job. Oh, look at that. Chili, Cillin, and Cress. You had a good round, man. Just 4 packs, and you pull a pretty significant 2 cards, huh? Not sure if John would know where it's from. So John's name is John. Is it John _ Pokestop? That's his name in the Discord. Maybe you could send him a message to help him out. So Joseph is a new bag. Yeah, we opened some interesting things today. I'm just kind of going around my room looking for weird stuff. Sometimes I got loose packs here, loose packs there. They just kind of hang around. Joseph Whitman. Nice to meet you, Mr. Joseph. 4.23. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right. Jose Maldonado says he'll take one of these Shining Fates. Okay. So we have a fresh case of Shining Fates that I've added to the menu. Oh, we got Indudu. She's so stinky. You did it, Jose Maldonado. Loose pack of Dragon Frontiers. I have some vintage. So Jose Maldonado, find your bag. Here we are. I'm still sad for you, says Tammy. Oh, Alex says, Tammy, I'm still sad for you. There we go. Sweet. Matt Rodriguez says, yo, 10 paradigm triggers. Oh, paradigm triggers, huh? I'm triggered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't you know that Tammy has dibs on Cloud? Duh. That's how it works. There we go. I'm getting pissed. I'm about to get pissed. Are you pissed? I'm pissed. I'm pissed. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Okay. Needing some Team Rocket returns. Team Rocket's real expensive. Really, really expensive. Is anyone in here rich? Does someone want to open a vintage pack? You gotta be rich to open a vintage pack, basically. I want to change my pants because I'm pissed. Oh, wow, dude. What luck. Rainbow Unknown. That's for Matt Rodriguez. I'm poor again. Jesse says, I wish. Would you do a regrade on a TCCG? I'm open-minded. Terrakian. You might just want me to review it and tell you why it missed a grade, though. Not selling it currently. We have something called a review grade. It's a $20 grade. And in the review grade, I write a little report as to why your card missed a 10. Okay, here we have this beautiful guy. All right. And cold. All right, that's for Matt Rodriguez. Thanks, Matt. Got to get those tile cutters to crack slabs. I might need to get one of those. Let me contact John and tell him about that. Okay, that's for Matt Rodriguez with an MA. And MAs are kept way over here. I would sell it now and get a cheaper one later. So what Tammy's talking about is the concept that maybe the card is at its most expensive point when it first launches. And then as time goes by, more get pulled. And since the population goes up and people get their demand for the card gets met, the price on it travels down over time. Sometimes that, well, let's not say sometimes. For modernly printed cards, that's generally the rule. Some cards that does not actually happen, like, for example, Umbreon actually went up in price over time. But it's weird because Umbreon's like the only card I know that actually did that. I can't name a list of cards that did that. So, like, imagine there's 100 people that have plenty of money to buy that Cloud card with. Well, by the time those 100 people actually spend their money to acquire that Cloud, the demand has fallen off pretty heavily for that Cloud at that point, because they're only going to buy one of them. They're not going to buy 10 of them. Ah, here we are. You have an overflow bag. That's why I couldn't find it. All right, well, we are all out of orders now. And it is 3:40. We could just wrap up here. What do you guys think? You want me to keep going for the next 22 minutes? We could just sit here and twiddle thumbs. Or would you like me to wrap up? What do you guys think? I want you to take all your cards and hand them out for free. It's payday, says Alex. There's a LUGIA 9. LUGIA 9.5. Sweet Coon 9.5. Ooh, that's cool. There's a Polyrath 10. Look at this guy. Cubone 10. Awesome. Late night viewers going to show up. Are they? I feel like this is a very familiar feeling to last year. I feel like after tax season ended, I feel like views like dropped off for a while. And especially sales did. Any more wacky odd stuff? Well, let's see. Any more wacky odd stuff? What do we got here? 2 of these. 3 of these. Yeah, I got a bunch of this. How much is that Cubone? How much is that Cubone in the window? The one with the waggly tail. I need a big hit in Lost, mister. What? I'd open the 25th anniversary pack, not gonna lie. How much did we used to sell those for? Do you guys remember? What if I told you you could actually pair that with another pack? Oh yeah. So an unopened promo pack too. But these were really expensive. They were like 25 bucks or some crazy amount. One set price for all those packs. No. My eye is itchy. So we never finished opening all these because I ran out of these. So I had more of these than these, and so I ran out. The white ones can be searched, sadly. Let's see. Over here we've got Matt Rodriguez. Oh, we already did Matt Rodriguez, right? I did open that promo pack. How much for the 2? I don't know. Jose Maldonado says 5 Lost Origins. If you hold a light to the back of it, the card is visible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, set this over here. That's what I've heard. All right. Sneak these up. Toss this over here. Jose Maldonado. But there is some big hits in it too. Here's Mad Cargo. I think one of my problems is if I bought him from some guy in Japan, I don't know whether he was honest with me or not. Here's Bronzong. Here's Machamp. And Carbink. Oh man, those are perfectly cold. Jose Maldonado, I'm sorry, man. Try it after someone buys it. There we are. I don't really have a light that I could shine through the pack. Except for these lamps, maybe. I'm going to guess you need like some sort of special light. All right. Wow, keep it, mister. All right, let's see what we can get for a price on this. No way. These are crazy expensive. The cheapest one I'm seeing, if this is correct, the cheapest one I'm seeing is $55. Holy Jesus, that's expensive. But okay, so here you can buy a group of them, and the group comes out to be about $40 each for a group of them. Wow. That's nuts, man. Why are they so expensive? Oh, wow. That's wild, man. So I'll do these two together based on what I just saw for pricing. I will do these two together for $45. And there you have it. And this will probably be cold, okay? So this pack back here has a very high likelihood of being cold. I cannot promise you anything with this pack. I got no clue what will come out of that. $45 for the two. Yeah, for both of them. And that's actually kind of a lower price than what I'm seeing online. It's not normal for me. Normally you pay more when you buy from me. It's just an oddball item that's left over from an item that I'm about to run out of stock on. So that's why I just remove it from the menu and take it off. The white packs were given out at Pokemon Centers. There is no sealed version. Oh, interesting. So this is the Diamond Pearl pack break. There's 3 people in it, and I guess I don't advertise it very much. Yeah, this is not filled up. Ultra Prism break. Me talking about the outcomes of socialism. Here's the Gyarados Large, the sublist for the Gyarados Large, Lake Vacation, base set sublist. All right. Let's try 5 of the Disneys. You got it, Miss Tam. Miss Tam Tam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use a cell phone flashlight to see if you see it. No, I'm not going to do anything like that. Here we are. You can do that, you know, with the pack on your own free time at home if you want to try and see if it works. Would you be interested in trading for my special delivery Pikachu 9 slab? I sent 2 and only got 1, and only 1 got the 10. I mean, if the trade was in such a way that I felt really happy about it, maybe. But so basically what I'm saying is I have to be motivated to do the trade. I got plenty of slabs, so I'm not really dying on slabs right now. We are Donald Duck. Okay, there's Elsa. Oops. And Mary Poppins, I think. Kind of wish I'd kept 1 sealed. So Tammy Lowe, Tammy with the T. Tammy, I'm afraid those were just hollows. I didn't see any stamped cards in there. Tammy, it's not right, Tammy. I'm not happy with that, Tammy. Here, Tammy, you can have this bonus promo card. Any good Lion King hits in this set? I assume that there is. Tammy, I wish you had pulled Steamboat Willie, and then I could do like a big scream. I'd be like, oh my god. Maybe somebody eventually will. I ordered quite a few cases of this Disney, so I'm all stocked up, presumably. Birdie Sweet says, I'm going to do it the 2 anniversary packs. You got it, Birdie Sweet. Birdie, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. There we go. Steamboat Willie roast back up to 16K. All right, you ready? We'll do this last since it's the exciting pack. And this, okay, it's not a bad pack actually. It had a reverse hollow in it, and it had the Flying Pikachu in it. Cute. All right. Oh, look at that. Not bad at all. Blastoise it is. Beautiful, man. That's pretty good. I forgot how exciting those were. Man, I wish I could restock these, but apparently they cost like a bazillion. That's for Birdie Sweet. Okay, Birdie. Birdie, it looks like the gamble paid off for you, and I should have charged more for that. Should have charged the $50 price. There we go. Birdie gambled and won. Good for Birdie. All right. I was expecting it to just be like a trainer, to be honest. You know how much of a bummer it is to pull a trainer out of one of those? It's awful. So we pulled so many trainers, I was just waiting for a trainer to pop out. Jeremy Patterson says 3 NFL TCG packs and shipping for my bag and my 5 to 6 slabs. No problem, man. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Put this away now. You can find them for cheap, mister. Hey kids, want some cheap ones? Okay, pack's pretty cold. There we go. Oh, here we go. Doesn't say who this is. Very interesting. Okay. Any sports cards? We got a little bit of sport cards on the menu, just a little bit. This isn't really a sport card channel. I really thought about having somebody operate a sports card channel where I kind of bankroll it for them. And so they take all the sport cards onto that stream, and they're part of this community, you know what I mean? Jeremy Patterson with the J-E. Because I feel like we're really missing out probably on a lot of sales related to sports. We got Jeremy Patterson. Oh, you had 2 bags, Jeremy. How about that? So you got this bag, you had another bag. Yeah, I could set them up with football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, cars, you know, NASCAR, Formula One, a lot of different sports. I've got the money to do it. I don't have the time to focus my energy into sports at all. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll do it, mister. Oh, thank you. I'd love it if you did Formula One. Big Formula One fan here. Yeah? I'm worried that what could happen, though, is you and maybe one other guy might be the only ones buying Formula One. And so you would just search a box, and then once it's searched, you'd be done. So you wouldn't clear that box out. So I find that this happens with anything that I order that not enough people are interested in. There has to be mass appeal. Bryce, 2 Hanafudas. So this is the new card set on the menu. It's called Hanafuda, and it's a randomly drawn card, just like the poker cards are, and just like the old maid cards. So here is, I think it's like a Tanuki suit kind of deal with Luigi in it. Very cute. I get it. F1's pretty niche in the TCG sense. Okay. And Fire Flower. There we go. To Old Maid. Yes, so Old Maid is the other set where we do this. You're going to take this one, and then you're going to take this one. I do it for you, but have them send the money, and you send me the box, and as for paying shipping, you pay. When you pay me, I'll take it in the store credit. So the only way that I would accept somebody who's doing this with me, like another streamer, you have to live out here with us. So you have to be physically near us. And so that way we can all meet up physically and talk about issues, and all the product is stored nearby. So there'd be no chance to do it in a remote way at all. Although it would be a remote job once you're actually moved in. So, I mean, you'd be working from home. But we all have to be in the same location. Ta-da. Can you show me what the NBA blasters are? NBA blasters, huh? Like this? There we go. So this is for our friend, Mr. Bryce Wolf. He's pretty new. Bryce. So, like, if I'm living in this house, you would live in a nearby house, and we would set you up with the whole streaming setup. And so the product would go to that house and to this house, and we'd both be streaming. But if I needed to come and inspect something or work with you, I'd come over there. That kind of setup. Does that make sense? Awesome. Can I move in with John? Yeah, I suppose you could. Maybe John would be happy with that. He would certainly save money on rent. Okay, Bryce. You know, you could move in with John if I put both of you guys into the Big Lake house. So there's a Big Lake house where I was living, and we still own it. I could move 2 people in there. And then John would be able to work on the shipping in one house and then move over here and work on the shipping in this house. Wouldn't that be interesting? That'd be interesting. I bet John would like living in a lake house. Although, maybe he wouldn't like it for the same reasons I didn't like it. There's no backyard. It's just a hill. And the front yard's a gravel road. So maybe he wouldn't like it ultimately. I don't know. Is John dirty? That I do not know. I'm not John's roommate. Is $8 per select pack? Do I get the rookies from the pack? You get all the cards in the pack. Yep, all the cards. Here we go. Okay, so Bryce. There's a lot of sets where we remove the bulk, but in the case of the select card, you get all the bulk. But there's a jet ski. Yeah, true. You guys could get a jet ski and share it and play on a jet ski, or go swimming in the summertime. There you go, Bryce Wolf. Tammy Lowe says, I'll try for another 5. I'm glad you did that, Tammy, because usually if you got 5 cold ones, there's a hot one around the corner. So I'm hoping these have that. Interesting. That would be cool. That would be cool. I'm not the John in question, but can confirm I am clean, says John Doe. All right. Of course, you might not like sharing a house with them, though. You know, like, let's say you got a girlfriend or a wife or kids. You might be like, oh, man, I don't like this. But it would be interesting if you had, like, maybe just, like, I don't know, like a bachelor pad, you know what I mean? Making your money, working on cards. That'd be cool. Buy your own house. My other strategy was save up a lot of money and buy another house out here, a real small house again. And then I could easily use the additional small house to, here you go. So you got the Maui character. I don't remember the name of that show. Here's the wicked evil woman who doesn't season her food. because whites don't season food. There's Lilo and Stitch, apparently. Moana. There we go. Very nice. That's also a Hawaiian movie, isn't it? That's funny. They give Hawaii a lot of attention. Here's Belle. I need to travel to Hawaii and enjoy the island for once. These are super cute. Yeah, they're very cute. You know, keep in mind the holographic cards are gradable. In my opinion. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, Tammy. You got the Wicked Witch. It says, Mistress something evil? Mistress. That's definitely evil. I don't know what this word is. Crazy. All right. And it's got this sort of stamp on it. So I believe that's a stamped card, Tammy. And I'm pretty confident that stamped cards are a higher rarity than just a regular textured card. So, and then you also have this guy from Rapunzel, but it's just him. It's kind of a weird card. I don't know if that's such a good one. Hawaii is really expensive. I hear it's really expensive. I will have to sell off a Charizard in order to afford Hawaii. Mistress of Evil. Is that what it says? No, it doesn't say that. Okay, that was a bit better. Hawaii's so cool, man. Such a cool way of life. So relaxed. Here we are. John seemed kind of excited to come over here to the mainland. I think he was talking about there's limited job opportunities. You can't really go anywhere because it's kind of a very small island. He said another thing he mentioned was there are a lot of tourists, apparently, that kind of clog things up. All right, here we are. But I've never been there, so I don't have anything to comment about Hawaii. Out here in Lake of the Ozarks, you're very free. There's not a lot of rules. Not a lot of rules. Not a lot of people. It must be very different than what Hawaii felt like. He made it through tornado season for the most part. I don't, well, I guess there's still time, but yeah, there's still time for a tornado. But we came close to a tornado and he didn't get blown away, so that's pretty exciting. He can say, I survived Missouri tornado weather. He was here with the big heavy winds, so he got to kind of experience a little bit of it. Zangoose. Tyranitar. Crobat for 18 bucks. That's really cheap. The Waterflowers of Cerulean City. Holland's Electrode. Cool. How many packs are there in a box for the Disney? 16 packs. The chase card is the Steamboat Willie. People are saying it's going for $16,000. I don't know if he'll maintain that price, but I could see it staying above $5,000, definitely, because I've seen lots of WEISS cards stay really expensive in the thousands, and you know, it's a Disney card, so that's right. There's 16 packs. I just want more cute cards. It's adorable. Whew. I'm almost sold out. We're down to 4 boxes of it. Is that all of it? No, I have a couple more boxes on the shelf. Looks like I got 4 more after that, and then we're sold out. Whew. Then we're sold out. But excuse me, hopefully we get more before we run out. That is the goal. It's been the best seller, by the way. The Disney cards are the best selling card right now. If you ever need some security, I'm your guy. Nothing gets past me and my animal instincts. Funny, man. What do you guys want added to the menu? All you got to do is say it. I got a big note from Mr. Michael Schrawn. So we'll take care of Mr. Michael Schrawn after the stream. Make sure he's happy. Southern Island, Simpsons, Harry Potter, the Waterflowers have hairy armpits. Lorcana when it comes out. Unbroken Bonds booster packs. We actually have those. What was the price on these? Does anyone remember? I have just a few of these left. Was it like $20 a pack? I can't remember. I think it might be like $20 a pack. Base set 2. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm open-minded to selling my base set 2 box. Although I feel like it should probably remain sealed because it's such a sharp, pointy-cornered box. It's like a mint box. So, you know, when you have a mint box like that, don't you think it's sad if it doesn't get saved for display? She says, Tammy says, okay, let's try another for fun. Ha ha ha, just enjoying my time. Wait, is this correct or did it redo the previous order? Oh, hold on. Oh, so Tammy says, give me a whole box. Ooh. Tammy, I hope you get the best card ever, Tammy. She's going real deep. And I'll tell you what, Tammy, I'm going to get you some bonus packs, too. So you get 2 more. Let's open this. Since you've been around for a long time, you're a moderator, you get you the bonus packs ahead of time. Think of it like getting them a little cheaper, basically. All right. But you bought you bought the same purchasing amount. Set that there. So deep, so deep. When she says go deeper, but you are all out of booster packs. All right, set that to the side, get out of the way. So you got your bonus packs. Remember, the bonus 2 packs will be on the bottom. So keep that in mind. Just in the off chance that Steamboat Willie. Gotta respect the bonus pack. No more after this. Gotta save up for a trip to Japan. Easy. You just pull Steamboat Willie and sell it for all the money that he's worth, and then you got your cash for Japan. Problem solved. Wagyu is cheap. Don't worry. About to go in on Disney, says Pokey J. All right, are you ready? I'm skilled. Here it goes. Tammy pulling Mulan. My wife really likes the story of Mulan. Here she goes. There we go. I think she related to it a bit when she was younger. She describes herself as kind of like a tomboy when she was a kid. Look at that Piglet. Oh my God. I love Piglet. You know why I like Piglet? Piglet's like this perfect kind of sidekick. I like Piglet. There we go. I wish Piglet was my friend. Piglet's just like, I got some acorns and a scarf on. Piglet, you're okay. Okay, so here's a hello and a hello. You don't like Piglet's voice? I don't find it annoying. It's just a voice. Here's Captain Hook. Okay. Hyarg, matey. I gotta go play sea shanty now. Open a box. Mister, get some graded, please. Oh, you mean a box of these Star Wars Disney cards to grade for you guys? Sure, I could open a box and send it off to CGC or something like that. I don't know. Then I have some slabs up on the table. Aladdin's Disney. Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Do 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 do. Mr. Still Live. OMG. There we go. We got Alice in Wonderland. This is Alice in Wonderland. Amanda Stinky Lynn. Oh, she's got berries. Man, that looks yummy. I want some berries. Goofy Gouache. Luke before they ruined his character to be some cranky, backstabbing, milk drinking goofball. Do 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 do. Oh, that's not bad. So you got a Disney 100 years, and it's I will show you the world, shining, glimmering stinkies. My sisters were so in love with the Aladdin character when that movie came out. They thought he was a hunk. They're like, show me the world, Aladdin. Okay, Ariel. Her skin color doesn't seem right here. Weird. When did they make her white with red hair? Strange. They need to stop whitewashing. Okay. And, okay, so we're almost at those 2 last packs. Swear to God, Tammy, if they're the best packs. Come on, Steamboat Willie. Amanda Smorian. All right, there's one more to go. Oh, you are getting a bonus hit. And it's just Cinderella being herself. Okay. Cinderella, Cinderella, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh my gosh, I'm coughing. Cinderella. Du-du-du-du-du-du. I'm having McDonald's for breakfast. Breakfast. Bud Light cards win. I'm going to get some of those Bud Light cans and sell them as collectibles with the Mulvaney guy on it and the rainbow can. It'd be funny as hell. I told you guys the story where I actually did that with Coca-Cola in the past, right? It was the year that the Cardinals won the World Series. Oh, hey, that's funny. I can actually look that up and know when I was working for Coca-Cola. I'm curious. When did the St. Louis Cardinals win the World Series? In 2011. So that that must have been it. 2011, which was 12 years ago. So I'm 34 now. So I was about 22. So I was 22 years old working for Coca-Cola. Here you go, Tammy. You got this card here. So let's take a look at this. So when they won, there was a special can issued for St. Louis, just St. Louis, and it was a World Series can. So what I did was I bought a bunch of cases of the Coca-Cola special can. You know, it just came in a 12-pack, and stacked them up in my room and sold them one at a time on eBay for like $25 a can as a collectible. And it sold for like, it didn't sell super fast, but it was like, I sold like one a week, I would argue. Okay, about one a week, I'd sell one of those Coca-Cola cans for like 25 bucks. Made so much money. You'd be surprised when you find something like that. You'd be surprised how much money you can dig out of a situation like that. All right, Tammy, some really great pulls in there. I think that 100 years, you know, Aladdin card was probably the best pull for sure. I can show you the world. I can show you the stinkies. Jack Black has his own band, so he's good at music. Jack Black could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. And so you see, betwixt the two, they licked the platter clean. Egg that can hatch, says Jen. What is Jen talking about? Jen is just always saying something. She's just always saying something. All right. I'll put your cards on the side here. Jack Black could eat no fat. Jack actually looks like he could eat a lot of fat. The song's real words are Jack Sprat. Sprat. Did you guys ever read that poem? A funny poem, man. Okay. Whew. Tammy Lowe. Tammy, Tammy, Tam. Tammy, the Tammy, 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 Tammy. Thank you for the business, Tammy. I appreciate it. I think we're all done for the night. It's now 4:13, so this is a perfect time to wrap up. We are done with our usual stream. It went on for just shy of 4 hours, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be back on tomorrow night, and maybe we'll have some free ones for tomorrow night. Actually, what's tomorrow? It's Thursday, isn't it? So we're going to have probably a daytime stream and a nighttime stream. Although, I'm thinking about sitting down and making a video. So if I sit down, excuse me, if I sit down and make a video, there might not be a daytime stream as a result of that video taking up that time space for me. So I need to start putting out 40-minute or 30-minute videos talking about whatever it is you guys want me to talk about. Actually, why don't I go over to Discord right now? So I'm going over to our Discord server. I'll open up a video PSA question channel, okay? Okay, so I've added that, and we'll put it up here. And then I'm going to ping the Discord now. Okay, cool. Do a question and answer. Yeah, Q&A. Exactly. See you later, guys. I will see you tomorrow. That's a Minecraft song making that sound.